All right, we're back for another Rowdy Racing podcast. Been a while since we've done it. We got a lot of people here today.
Even.
Huh? All right, shut up about it.
Forgot we were running.
If y'all want to just like pass notes to each other so we can talk, all right?
Deal.
Got Jim with us, Matt Keys, Clint, Andy Bates, Matt Klein, Lure, Nate, Devin Rowell, Nick Moore, and Jake Murphy. You're going to hear a lot of background noise from Jake and Nate betting on Pontiac Aztecs drag racing during this. So just disregard it. First things first, I want to say thank you to Blue Collar Street Racing, Black Magic Traction Compound, and Bootleg Tune, Derek Burton out of Connecticut, for sponsoring T-shirts last year with us, and hopefully we can do something again this year. So, where's my notebook? Let's start off with... Let's start off with a 2020 recap. We did 2 cash days. The first one was 29.5, 10.5. And the second one was all 28s. We did that one in October. And surprisingly enough, Jeff Van Nord won both of those again. So we're going to try to find someone out here to beat him.
I'll take the black.
Pass notes, Nate. Pass notes. We're doing things over here. All right, so let's start with that. I'll let...
Just use chalk marker on a bar.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, wipe that off, actually. You can do that. Jesus Christ. All right.
Looks like he came all over the bar.
Is this mine?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Was it the July cash? No, it was the October cash days.
I win.
We had Nate. Cool.
Sorry.
We had Matt Keys and Devin jump in for media, and they did a pretty good job with the crack cam. So we've brought them into our little layer here, and
Now they're gay.
yeah,
They may have been gay before, but they're definitely gay now.
their parasite Clint has attached to them as well. Hey Clint. All right, so 2020 recap. Lure, you got anything to say about cash days we did this year?
No one can beat Jeff Van Norton, so we gotta keep trying.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nate, what do you think about the cash days? Did you come to any cash days this year?
Yes.
Did you?
At least two. At least 2 of them.
At least 2. There was only 2.
At least 2.
Then I went to 2 of them.
At least 3 out of the 2.
I went to all of them at least.
Then it was at least 2. Yeah.
I went to like 2 at least.
What do you think? Carry the one. Yeah, I went to 2 of them.
No. Yeah. No, it was great. Great time. I usually block since I haven't had a car out. But
Yeah.
yeah.
What is your view on cash days from blocking instead of racing?
What? I usually get out of my truck and go to the line.
Oh my fucking god!
Way better view. Better view if you're closer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
I usually just park it there and get out.
Well, usually through the windshield, I can see pretty good sometimes, but
Ran out of wiper fluid once. Not the greatest.
Yeah.
what do you think about the rules, Nate? You like the 29.5? Or you think it should all be 28s? That's been a discussion at some point.
I like. I think if we could do 3 of them,
Well, yeah.
do the 28, 29, and then anything.
Run what you brung.
Yeah, I think that works out good.
We tried doing run what you brung this year, but we didn't get enough interest.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Andy, what are you doing?
Just a lot of money to build
Oh.
a big tire car.
Well,
Not that much money, Puck.
Well, I mean, I feel
It's
like
like put a little bit of money in your chassis and you can put a bigger tire on. It's not that big a deal.
no, I'm not saying putting the big tire on it itself is more expensive. I'm saying you have a big tire car, you should be faster, right? If you
Yeah,
want to run with other big tire cars.
I mean, that's not really always true. People,
Right.
There's plenty of slow-ass big tires.
No, no, I agree with you, but I think that they.
But yeah, you should probably have a lot more
Right.
powers. Yeah, I get it. But I mean,
Right.
there's fucking small tire cars out here making 2,500 horse.
Well, I agree with you.
So,
But that's the thing is then everyone's on a smaller tire, so they think they have a better chance with other small tire cars if you don't make 2,000 horsepower, you know?
what do you think about small tire cars entering big tire events? Does that give them the advantage, you think, or is it a crapshoot? So like there's a big tire race,
Right.
like a big tire class.
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
would I give them any advantage?
No,
Well,
I
so,
don't think
well, you,
so.
you see a lot of small tire guys on our big tire classes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fucking
Yeah.
duck ass big tire cars.
Yeah, I don't think it
True.
Obviously,
I mean,
it'll-
if you're like, one of the fucking top five in the country on small tires, you're probably gonna whack some faggots
Right.
anyway.
Right.
yeah. No,
Especially when
I
they come
agree.
out with these fucking piles of shit that like literally go fucking 1080s and they put like 100 horse on them. They're like, oh, I'm the shit. And you're like, oh, okay, cool, you're slow as fuck. And you still blow the tires off them.
So if you got a small tire car and
I
you
think
can,
that's the biggest reason. Is a lot of times is if they do it for the testing,
right?
but also fuck, I mean, they have a real good chance of winning because there's a lot of fucking ducks out there on big tires.
No, I agree.
So if you have a small tire car and convert to big tire, like does that change your drive shaft length at all? Or
Probably not. Hey, if you guys want to know something though, Stevie Fast tunes that car right there.
which
So
one?
you guys know.
Does money?
I
look
tried
into?
it. That's actually a Grand National.
Oh, whatever.
That big old motor now.
That's the big old motor that thing.
All right, Matt Keys. Don't you jump in front of Lou's mic there with him for a second. So this was
I
your
want to get up in here, boy.
sit right on his lap.
Talk about the first thing that comes up.
I got black car.
So this is the. There we go.
It does help a lot to have them on.
Oh.
This is the first year.
You want black? All right.
This is the first year you went from watching to working. What's the difference? What do you like the difference? You like doing obviously working more. You like just watching more.
Oh, I like working. I like helping out. I feel useful, not just like a fucking leech.
Yeah.
That's
Like
it's not right for me just to be there and watch for no reason.
I think it's a big thing with
Those kids that we had to give the dad lecture to.
Yeah,
who was that? What happened with that?
it was
I
July
was
or whatever.
fucking hammered at the first cash days, and Keys was being my chauffeur, and I gave a dad lecture to these kids.
Down in the concrete parking lot when all the idiots showed up and they were parked all
On the side of the road?
Yeah, they were like in the ditches and shit. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're just standing out here on the road,
Oh,
not
yeah.
just waiting for it like it was a fucking state fair or something.
That's when what's his name? What do you got, Jim?
Got some booty on the phone.
That
yeah,
Maverick broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I don't get it. It's not a wagon.
That's a sedan. All right, Clint. I know you've been wanting to jump into cash days this year. You had the opportunity. You said no. What's up? Speak your piece.
My shit's slow.
Everybody's shit slow.
Well, I mean, I got that grudge race after, and that went pretty good. I got lucky, but I'm hoping this year maybe the truck's actually gonna be somewhere more competitive with the bigger cars like that.
Yeah.
But we,
Would you run that Nova?
yeah,
It was a big tire, no, wasn't it?
yeah, it'd be the big tire
It had
car.
like a 13
big-
dive or some shit on it, right?
Ah, damn. Steamrollers.
I mean, the dude
31, 13, 5.
sprayed like a 500 shot out of the hole and blew the tires off. But
Yeah. Yep. That was good. I think
Motherfucker, though.
it was a good. It ended up being
I was like, oh, look at you. You got some power.
ended up being a good night of racing. I think.
oh yeah, it was a blast. That night was great.
Was that the one that we had the cop show up, Lou, or was that the second one that had the cop show up?
First one, I think, right?
Second one was
No,
cop
the
show up.
second one.
In October.
Yeah, because you went down to the other spot to get that last race.
Oh,
the
with
first
Paulie
round
and
off.
Quinn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a rare.
No, I know I had the camera on my head because I remember laughing when like running to the
We put the camera in here both times, but the second time we slowed the frame rate down so it recorded a lot cleaner, so it looked a lot better second time around. What about Andy? Did you make the cash days this year out here? Were you here at all?
Yeah, I was at the second one.
Yeah. What do you think?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cold, but awesome.
Yeah, it was very cold. It was freezing.
Yeah,
What do
a couple of guys came out with didn't have great luck, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's good to see you guys.
What do you think more about doing some more of the Buffalo cash days out in Buffalo like we did in Niagara Falls last year?
I think 8 car is going to be the limit, man. 16 was too much to try.
Way too much. Yeah.
Way too much.
Yep. That's
I think that first spot was garbage too.
the second spot was sketchy too, though. The shutdown was like 55 feet.
Is that the one we ended on?
Yeah, Liberty.
Yeah, but that was a nice spot though.
kind of liked.
If
That
people,
was nice.
if people had been tested all week long at that first spot, people,
Well, not
outsiders.
only that, like Lou was saying, you got to move it back. You got to.
Alright.
I think the shutdown because you go through a shutdown, and there's that 90-degree turn right there, and poor guys like me with stock brakes had to stand out, put my foot out with a and try to get the thing.
Kind of slow as shit too.
I know.
Go through like 82 mile an hour. Like, damn, I can't stop this tank.
It's heavy too.
It is heavy. It's a big old
Oh,
bitch.
that fucking, what the hell was that big black fucking Mustang that, oh, god damn it. I have no words with fucking names. Silver Fox from Buffalo.
It's Aaron's kid. I forget his name. Not-
Yeah, well,
Ryan.
he
Ryan.
ran Santiago.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're out there and he's standing. He's like, "How did he get the right lane?" I'm like, "Cause he flipped for it." What are you fucking talking about? He's like, "Well, he's gonna be able to put it all." There was about that big fucking like where they had the start line before, and the right lane was just fucking grooved like a bastard. But we're like 300 feet before it, and he's like, "He's gonna get to there and be able to put it all in." I'm like, "If he's waiting to there to put it all in, pal, don't worry about it." Are you fucking joking? And then he just got his ass kicked anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not fair.
I think
He can
we-
put it all in.
Yeah.
Fucking moron.
I think we can blame Shane Bartella for that mess. Specifically him, no one else.
Oh man, that was fun. That was a good time. It was fun doing something new.
No, it was cool. It was cool.
Nate out there.
Yeah, that was a good time.
We were talking in the garage. He was saying, he's like, we should call someone out with your car, someone that looks slow, and just get it out of the way. And I'm like, all right, pick a car. And he's like, what about that Corvette over there? And I'm like, the Corvette? And he's like, yeah. Well, sure, it's got beadlocks and a parachute on it, but like, how fast could it be? I'm like, all right, go away, Nate.
I think you could have beat it though.
Well, I ended up drawing, what's his name with the stick? Warren with the Coyote first round, and then everybody dropped out. We had 16 cars. 8 people dropped out because the cops showed up. Ended up redrawing and getting Joe Croft. And remember Nate, we're looking at the video, and for some reason, like I was getting bumped in, and he was trying to spool up and bump, but his tire was
yeah.
spinning, but the car wasn't moving. He's like, you jumped. I'm like, technically, you've been moving for a few minutes now. So,
Oh, tire crack. You tried a long time.
seriously.
It's probably a converter problem. You should have had a PTC $450 one. And then one flew great.
Correct length drive shaft. That was all good.
That's
Yeah,
that's the killer.
you
Right
can't
there.
fight the battles like that,
That's
Nate.
a killer. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Technically, Ty, you've never lost to Buffalo Cash Days.
I have never lost in Buffalo Cash Days. And then
Have you
Armand.
won one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Me and 3 other people. Armand made me split. I was so pissed. I'd rather lose to Armand than split with the 4 of them. But I never told Shane when he paid everybody out. It was like $350 a piece. Everybody got something like that, and he was sorting it, and the wind blew a 50 over out of Armand's pile. Snagged it. Fuck you, Armand. I owe you $50. I just never want to tell you. You're not getting it though. You got to come to Syracuse to get it. All right, moving on. Anybody else got anything to say about 2020 recap? Devin, anybody? Nick back there? Anybody? Nothing to say? Devin's not even making eye contact with me. He's scared. All right. All right. Let's talk about Lura. Let's get you on this one. Let's talk about
Lure. What are we talking about me for?
no. We'll talk about we're watching Lights Out 12.
Yeah.
Radio versus the world. Gwynn's in there. Why don't you tell us a little about Gwynn's car?
Well, he's got a 66 Chevelle. SS, a true SS car. Fucking nasty looking bastard. He's got a 908 Rare Morrison in it with now 5 kits of nitrous. Jeez. I think he's qualified number 22 right now, if I remember correctly, before this round is up. In LDR with 426, I believe, with like 176 or 177.
You want 426?
Yeah.
Yep,
Holy
426.
shit.
Yeah.
Went 426 last night, and then he went out there and put that was only 3 kits, and then he put the 4th kit on, and it didn't work, or it blew the tires off it in the second pass out there. So that was his first pass in qualifying, or second pass in qualifying.
Now, before this weekend, what was his personal best with that car?
Oh, I believe it was like a 47 or something, and
Oh.
then he went out there like right off the trailer. They went like a 40,
Damn.
and like they just wicked it up a little bit and put it like a 40. But they're messing with everything. He's changed the 4-link like 6 times already.
Yeah.
And they think they found it, but the tune-up is nasty. They're basically talking to some people down there from the grudge scene that are like, listen, you got to have your shit in like now.
Right.
We fucking get some. We'd have tune-ups that would be like 2.2 seconds is like the last time nitrous is coming on, and these tune-ups are like 103. You better have them on.
Really?
Like all of them.
That's
Just
nuts.
turn them on.
It seemed like the track's really fast this weekend.
Well, it gets faster every time they go there.
Yeah, I mean, you got guys going, 350 in qualifying.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm sure we'll see a 49.
I think 50s are kind of what's gonna. I mean, right here is what the last round of qualifying.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
where people will turn it the fuck up and
Yeah.
see what they can do.
Yep.
And then you're not gonna see it in fucking racing. They're not gonna go 40s in racing.
You don't think so?
No.
No?
I think if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it right here.
What do you think, Nate? Think anybody's going to go 40s this weekend?
I think so.
You think Stevie Fast's going to do it, Nate?
If I had to put my money on somebody, yeah.
Be Stevie?
Yeah, who else would it be?
All right, fair
I mean,
enough.
come
I
on.
don't know, Marcus Burke, for one.
Well, yeah, that's true. I think Stevie right now is at a 59 and Bert's at like a 58. They're 3 and 4, I think. So
Oh, really? Who's number one qualifier for RBW? Do you know?
yeah, that Jason Lee guy,
I don't
Pro
know,
Charger,
The white
Pro
Camaro.
that white,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Pro Charger.
And then there's like, I think the other one was like a big block twin turbo. No, it was a what the fuck was the other guy? I can't think of the other one.
No.
Who's second right now?
Yep.
But
All right.
yeah,
So should be good. So you got your money on Stevie Fast this weekend, like always?
yeah.
Who you got your money on? Though you got that white Camaro, you think?
Man, I don't know. I just go Marcus Burke.
Yeah.
I can never pick Stevie Fast because I'd love to, but this dude blows him, so we always gotta
Yeah.
give it to
Oh, I
him.
blow him pretty good. No, but
But you
hold
also,
on,
but you also,
hold on.
but you also pay the shit out of
Hold
me
on.
because I always
Back-
beat you.
yeah. Well, hold on. Back to Gwynn's car. I just want to say that's like the best looking car I've ever seen.
66
Every
Chevelle?
time I see it or I go in his shop and it's like just so long and low. It just looks so fucking.
Oh,
sick.
dude, that thing is absurdly
It is so
low.
fucking sick.
Like I crew for him a bunch, obviously, and like I walk next to that car, and like it's the fucking top of the car is at my hip.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it is pretty
fucking
cool.
It is
So, yeah.
fucking 25 foot long. You know, it's a fucking Abrams
It's
tank.
fucking badass.
And he literally went down to Mississippi a month ago or whatever,
Yep.
a month and a half ago, with his other car, raced a no prep, race on the street, come back, stuffs that car away, and went to work on the Chevelle because he needed more extension in the rear, so he like cut his whole car apart, redid the whole rear of that car. Built fucking bill horns for it, whatever. Put it on a fucking trailer and just fucking I'm gone. Like, that dude is the most dedicated dude I've ever met in my life, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so fun to see him fucking killing it right
I think
now.
that's him right there. He's like third.
You
pair,
can see his
He's like
that's,
third pair
that's,
down.
that's
Yeah.
his floor or what do you call it? His headlight there.
Yeah.
Obviously, anybody listening is not going to right now.
Right,
it
but
looks
yeah,
like,
just
looks like
saying he's
Gwynn's
coming
coming up
We-
right here. We're
We didn't
watching.
miss him. So
Nate was generous enough to buy the race for us this weekend. So everybody, thank you, Nate. We appreciate it.
Oh, we're gonna shout Nate out now.
Yeah, we gotta give.
yeah, so-
You ever had your butthole touched? Well, call Nate, sponsor of the podcast.
I give a shout out to Siriano Drive Shafts and Yokes.
Booty hole touches. Oh, you do like the booty hole, don't you?
well, yeah. Who doesn't really?
Yeah, I feel you.
Right, exactly. If you don't, you just haven't yet. That's all it is.
If you don't, you about to.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yo, that car is hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, what about 10-5 till I die? Is anybody else gonna go this year? Matt Key's gonna come to Oklahoma this year? Yeah, you gonna do it? All right.
Listen, we're actually, I don't know if you can come. We're gonna have to party once. I want to party with you and see how you do, because we're fucking whack jobs. And,
Trial party.
And we kind of have a reputation down there, and the reputation was built by Bobby and I, and Jim was the most coherent. So let's fucking put it that way. All right, so Jim was the most normal one there, and they were like, okay, these dudes are fucked. So we have a little bit of you're gonna have to fucking really party, and I'm gonna bring all the stuff, and we're gonna have all the fun,
All the stuff.
All this stuff.
You bring all the smoke.
all the smoke. You want this smoke? We gonna give you that smoke.
I had Keys hammered at Chubby's a couple weeks ago. Walk around with no shirt on.
I would have had a chubby.
Did you guys drive? Did you guys drive or fly?
Flied?
Flied.
Oh, we flied. We definitely flied.
That's not even what I said.
Exactly what you said.
Not.
Back to tape.
You said, did you drive or
I said,
flied?
did you drive or fly?
We said flied.
Oh, shit.
Whatever.
The fuck is a flied?
Jim.
Jim?
Jim.
How?
We need the TV fixed. Gwyn is in 2 passes. We need to see it.
need our tech support.
God damn it,
Nate owes
Jim.
me another $1.
That's one for English.
Anyway, when is that's in fall? That's in like fall, right? Isn't that like October, September?
June 26th.
Oh, that's not fall.
No, it's
at all.
it's right in the fucking middle of the heat, dude. It's gnarly down there. There's rattlesnakes and fucking real fat bronze that think they're hot, but I'm fucking in heaven down there. It's
I
amazing.
see. That's too. I can't make that call if I can go yet or not. It's too close. What is that?
That's Jim's edit of Father Hopscotch.
Oh god.
Hang on, I'm
Ty, what are you doing?
fixing it right now, bud.
Okay. Oof, that was a close one.
Oh, shit.
Are you
It's
sure
still
you fixed
close.
it?
Well, something.
Is that Father Hopscotch's wife behind him?
Oh boy.
Oh my God. We're.
All his OnlyFans must
He's
be doing pretty good.
This is time sensitive at this point, Ty.
We're gonna have to just cut this part
right
out.
there.
Okay.
Oh, here we
alright.
go.
Okay, perfect. There he is.
Oh,
There he
yeah,
is. There he is.
get him, boys.
Let's see what we
Look
can
at
do.
the old
here.
bull horns on the old girl. Look at that fucking
Oh my
sexy
God,
son
that
of a
thing
bitch.
is so beautiful.
Oh my god.
We got Gwen up making a pass now.
Quinn's making a pass.
So we will resume the podcast in just a second. Does that say Michael S?
This is Michael G.
No, that's a G.
Oh, is it?
I thought it was an S at first, too.
Did Mike drive down or fly down?
Watch this pass. He's about to
He must
fly.
have flied down.
He's about to fly down the track.
That bitch is flying.
Let's see. There we go. Oh,
Oh, what
boy,
happened?
I don't know what happened.
there we go. He's
The
turning
fucking
back in.
thing, like, what
The
the
5-0 pass. What we got? 591. Look at that, Nate. Competitive with him. You should lock him in.
yeah. Something fucking didn't turn
That's,
on.
that's still 5/10 faster than I've been. So
Who cares if it has a parachute and some feedlots?
Exactly. By your logic, you could race him.
don't
It'd be
fucking matter, bro. That Corvette was a roll racing car. That's why it had a parachute.
I'm pretty sure it was a stick car too,
Who
wasn't
fuck
it?
puts a
Yeah.
parachute on a roll racing car?
Fucking slow people. Who roll races?
That's
Kind
true.
of asshole has a Corvette, anyways.
I know.
I
Or
don't
a
know. I can
Corvette.
see two of them from here, though.
All right. So that was that.
No,
All right, so-
you can't make fun of Corvettes. They're like I have a soft spot for the. We talked about this last time. The C5Z is my favorite car ever. Really,
That's
well,
what Matt
one of my
has.
favorite cars.
That's what Matt has. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not a Z, but it's the same thing.
Is it a FRC?
Yeah,
Oh. It's like a fake. It's a fucking fake Z06.
it's a fat Z06 is what it is. It's just a
that's
heavier version.
It's
That's
a
cool.
thick one.
It's a thick little thick girl.
Ass boy.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Does it have a LS1 or an LS6?
One.
Oh, okay, okay. That's probably the only That's the only difference then. That's the only difference then, right?
He says his bottom end takes it.
Oh, I see that. It doesn't even have brake
I
ducts,
thought we were talking about cars here.
but it's got the solid roof though. It's not like a target top or nothing. Okay.
Yeah. FRC is fixed roof.
Right, that's what it is. Yeah. That's cool.
Well,
It's all right. They all get loaded up on 481 at 3 in the morning the same.
well, okay.
I guess so.
Yeah, let the record reflect that Matt Keys still owes Nick Moore and Jake Murphy dinner.
For what?
Because I went and got Pete Smith's trailer
No,
to go pick up the Corvette off the side of 481 after a night of roll racing.
Roll racing. Well, you shouldn't have picked him up. You should have left him.
Here's your lesson.
You
Don't
should
roll
you
it.
should have picked him up and then dropped him.
Picked him up, brought him back to Albany, and dropped him off.
Almost unloaded off the front of the trailer.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. Speaking of trailers, we haven't talked. Did we talk about when we went to Albany? Gwen and Bobby.
Trailer burnouts only?
No.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, on the way back, we borrowed Gwen's trailer, his open trailer. I can't hear myself now.
I can hear you.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Incredibly loud.
Yeah,
We borrowed.
You're actually really fucking loud. So
Take
I
it
wish-
back up a little bit.
Well, first of all, you guys asked if I wanted to come. I said, yeah, no problem. So I
Back up a
show
little
up.
bit.
So I show
So
up.
I
and
show
then,
up.
So I,
I show
so
up.
I flied out
And
to
next
Albany.
thing I
I
know,
flied my ass down there.
next thing I know, I'm towing Bobby's car. I'm like, okay, I wish you told me that. I would have brought my trailer. It would have been, good. So we borrowed Gwen's trailer, and on the way back, his trailer blows a tire. This is at like 5 a.m. And we're like 20 minutes from Gwen's shop.
Really?
And I'm like, let's just fucking drive the rest of the way. Pete's like, no, dude, we can't do that. So what we did was we backed off. We ripped the tire off of it. We backed Bobby's car off. He called AAA to come pick his car up, and then we just left.
What?
It worked great.
I don't know how I never seen you that night because you guys left ahead of me, and I came down.
Oh,
the track,
did you?
Never seen you on the highway.
Yeah, but you drove.
Wow.
They pulled over though
He-
because
he-
they
he
left at
flew.
the same time. They went before us,
I flew.
and we were fucking. The fuck.
I mean, that was just a rough night in general.
Yeah,
That was
no,
quite
that's
the
just-
night.
You were fucking your car's shit. Your shit's slow. It
Yeah, I
happens.
can't
Yeah,
believe
I
you
made it
didn't.
round two.
It hurts.
I can't believe you didn't race that.
Congratulations.
I can't believe you didn't race that fucking one car.
I mean, it's a round 2 with a 7:30
Weren't you supposed
pass.
to race that
I got
Mustang?
beat by a car that almost won cash days and Q's.
Wow.
Who?
Fucking Brendan.
He just said
Listen,
almost
hey,
won
hey, can I tell you
cash
something,
days.
Clint?
What is that?
Hey, Clint, can I tell you something? I almost won cash days and Q's one time. What's that tell you?
Against Tabor.
And Breen's never been in the final, has he?
No, it's only won the
So
semifinals.
how's that almost winning? Almost winning is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. For one,
What?
I thought Brendan raced Van Orton for the finals.
No, that was
No.
semifinals.
no, he got his dick kicked in the
Green.
semifinals.
Yeah,
This-
who beat him?
This year, Breen.
I lost in the finals, but I didn't almost win cash days. I lost cash days is what happened.
well,
I
see,
almost had you.
I was on the starting line for the finals of Cash Day, so I almost won Cash Day. too.
I'll tell you
close.
what, I was way out. I was ahead of both of those fucking cars for about 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, you're right.
I was out front. I was out front.
Dude, I was ahead of that GTR for about 3 foot, and they drove out of my life.
Well, that's what happens when you make power, right? It just has this weird thing of like, turning on, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yep.
Bye.
Clint goes,
That
Turning
happens.
on.
Clint goes full Booker T, does a spin Rooney.
Clint's like, I have it 30 pounds in it. What do you leave on? 30.
Another.
Oh, okay.
No. Dude, I pulled so much out that night, and I still spun. And I walked over to Bobby, and I go, Bobby, pull everything you can out. Pull it out, because the road is ice. What's Bobby do? Fucking turns it right up.
He also
No,
didn't check his tire pressure either.
Well, fucking Gwen down there. The one. I don't know if that was that time or the time before we brought the Nova down there.
We raced
Yeah.
Tabors.
And
Yeah, that was that time.
we get up next to Chris Tabor. I'm like, well, we didn't get up there yet, but we knew we had to race him. And I'm like, bro, just run around the fucking motor. Car goes like 540s on the motor.
Yeah.
I'm like, just run this fucking thing on the motor, dude. Fuck this bullshit. That road's awful. I'm like, let's just try that. I'm like, I might even pull some timing out of it. He's like, okay, all right, fine. And like the whole time, Pete's in my ear. He's like, you know that motherfucker gonna spray it, right? I'm like, I know, but I'm trying to talk him out of it. I don't know. So we get up there, and this dude fucking starts hitting the purge. I was like, you motherfucker! Opened the door and yelled at him. He was like, I can't lose like that. He's like, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna fucking lose with it on. I'm like, all right, I hear you.
God.
And then he won, but it was
That
just-
race was wild as hell.
But
They were
then-
both backfiring, fucking pedaling,
Oh,
half
yeah.
in the trees.
It was like cheese grater fucking asphalt out there. It's absurd.
Tabors.
The craziest part to me was when we were at the fucking shutdown because Gwen's
don't
car
hear
was
him at
died,
all, though.
and people are coming
don't hear
towards
him at
us.
all.
Especially Breen, which he probably goes 150 or whatever,
I found
coming
out
right down at us. That was pretty
That
scary.
motherfucker went down there first because I flung my belt on the start line. He went down and handed in the jump pack. He goes, I'll come back and get it. I know I'll be here first.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, Gwen's car was dead on the end of the road, and we didn't have no way to charge it. We brought we had a jump pack, but it wasn't enough. So we get down there like fuck. Like, Breen drives down. And he's about to race. He drives down, gets out of his fucking air conditioned car. It's like all nice. Hands us the fucking jumper cable. She's like, I'll be down and pick him up. I'll be the first one down. I was like, yeah, no
Short
shit.
bag sipping his fucking macchiato.
Yeah, he fucking puts his fucking mocha choco latte back
He's
in
got
there.
in the cup holder.
He's like, that car is cool as shit. Like, yeah, well, all right, man. Like, we'll see. He's a good dude,
Yeah,
though. I like that
and then-
guy.
Oh, yeah, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's
Right
fun.
before the last race, we had probably like 5 or 6 jump packs on Gwen's car. every race was like,
Oh, I think it was just Bobby
Borrowed
that went
6
with
of
me.
them.
We went down for another race down there in that spot. That spot's cool. It's just I
Yeah, it is.
don't like the shutdown, and obviously
Wow.
the surface is awful, which is probably good because the shutdown's not there.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to go through there any fucking more than about buck
yeah.
25.
Yeah, like a 6-0 pass. Is
Yeah,
cool.
6-0, you're probably about doing it right there. And I know Tabor put his he had a pass or a tune up that went like 6-1 or something down in fucking what's it called, Dig or Die, and he's like, I put that tune up in it and I blew the fucking tires off. I was like, holy fuck, man, that's just.
Well, the dude that usually wins down there, Skip Wilcox,
Yeah.
the green car.
Yeah.
Dude, that car's like a a 1080 freaking bracket car,
Right.
and that dude goes A to B every freaking.
Well, yeah, but I think it's a little faster now because he sprays it, right? So it's a 1080 bracket car, but then he sprays. So it's whatever. But yeah, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it works.
Yeah. That car will hook on.
It works. Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna hook on ice.
Yeah, that's what you need.
So
Those fucking guys. You guys weren't there at all. Bobby and I went down one time, and these guys from Staten Island or whatever the fuck, they were up there. Long Island, one of those fucking islands. Who the fuck knows? They're up here. Rich obviously got some fucking money. They're towing it with one of those fucking like Freightliner 4-doors. You know what I mean? They're towing a fucking trailer up. They have 2 cars on it. There's this big tire car and this 4th gen that they were using. But they had to race Tabor and they had a bunch of money on it and all this shit. And the cops show up and then they're fucking telling them like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, whatever. Dude's like, fuck this. Hang on, I got it. He walks over. The cops are sitting in the parking lot waiting for everybody to leave. He walks up and he's like, so what happens if we make a pass and you catch us? He's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, do I go to jail? He goes, no, I'm not going to go to jail. He goes, well, then you might as well fucking watch me because I'm going up there right now.
Didn't he offer him money?
He did pay him. He did pay him. He definitely paid him, but he was like, you might as well just fucking go up here and get me now because I'm going to make a pass. He's like, I don't give a fuck. If I'm not getting arrested, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. He's like, all right, well, just give us a second. He fucking drove off, went down the street. Like, fuck it, who cares? So I like that spot, but like I said, if you make a lick there, I think you're dead. So.
Well, it's only the spot's only going to get better, right? More people race there.
Yeah, but it's that cheese grater shit. So like, the starting line might be good, but you're never gonna get good out fucking 45 feet, 50 feet.
Right.
It's definitely not 330. You know, you don't put no power in it because
they literally glued that road and burned it every weekend. And you still couldn't get a bite.
And they're doing like they had people testing there. They had a big tire race there. There are 2 different big tire races there. And it just doesn't matter. There's so much to fill in that like the starting line will eventually get good, but that's going to be even worse because then you're going to be able to leave hard as fuck, and then you got to pull timing, pull fucking whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Gay people will pull boost.
Yeah, don't pull boost.
Yeah, well,
Just leave it at 30.
I'll leave my car at 30 pounds.
we know that. What essential oil answers that question?
So, topic of Breen has made me think of another topic we could talk about.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Does all-wheel drive belong in small tire?
I don't see why not. Be honest with you.
No,
I think it's hard because a shit surface is you're fucked. That car is not going to beat any of these cars really on a good surface or a decent surface, a normal road.
correct.
So you know, he raced Tabor. Tabor was about to murk that dude. Yeah, he blew the transmission, so it's over. Yeah. But he was already out on him by half a car when it was like 40 feet. Yeah. And he was gone. So it doesn't matter when you have a road good enough for people to leave on. You go to some cheese grater road, it's like obviously a ridiculous advantage. Right. You know, but I think the only thing that I would maybe suggest is if people are fucking crying is saying that you got to have a drag radio on the front.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
But
does anybody here think that a all-wheel drive does not belong in small tire class?
As long as it's not crazy overpowered.
well, that's kind of hard to.
It's kind of
rated off the power.
kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
It's kind of hard to.
The way I see it, I think that an all-wheel drive stick car should be.
Get in there.
Just talking.
I think an all-wheel drive stick car should be in small tire all day. You've already got the disadvantage of you're not going to have an auto. You got to do the shifting. But
I shift my car.
I think an all-wheel drive stick. I think an all-wheel drive stick car can be like in any class. Like you put that in junior dragsters, and it might not.
But
Well, anywhere but us, though. Yeah.
Fucker's gonna pull a 175, 60 foot. Boy, watch yourself. I'm gonna miss second.
like no prep racing where they actually have like rules, then I could see that. But on the street, it's hard. We don't have that many rules. You got a
Right.
tire rule.
That's the point
That's-
of it. Is
and
not to have. Rules,
That's what I like
so-
about street racing. My truck wouldn't go to a fucking track. They'd kick that thing out in a heartbeat.
Right.
Tell you it's a fucking death trap.
Well, I mean, I think the big thing.
Well, then how are you still here?
I don't know. It hasn't killed me yet.
Unfortunately, it didn't work
It
yet.
tried 4 times in Albany, but
I think the big thing is that people forget with putting all-wheel drive in a small tire class on the street is it's still the street. You still got to race the road. You're not racing the guy next to you. You're racing your lane. You know what I mean?
And like I said, I think the only time it sucks is when the road is awful.
On the road, but that's a
Right.
chance you take.
But
Hey,
even
if
when
you're-
it's shit.
my point is, you know what the fuck you're doing when you get there. If you're a bitch, pull the fuck out then.
Yep.
I never pull out. so I don't understand that mentality. But yeah, if you're fucking scared, then don't do it. If you probably don't belong on the street. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Exactly.
I really don't have any fucking issues with it. I mean, it's a little annoying when it was a shit road, but you decided to do it, so let's get it down.
Yep.
It's one of those things they can fuck up just as well.
Well, of course they can, right.
You've been still.
I got it down
I
on
mean,
the blue one.
Nate, you remember Steve's Evo? How bad that used to fog out, and that was what 400 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean,
Well,
you're still playing that game.
You just gotta learn. I think Steve's car he had to launch a lot higher than he was.
I mean, if you guys like watch the videos from last year and the year before, or not last year, 2 years before, or whatever, from like the Midwest and shit, like they had the Jeepers Creepers and that fucking Prime. There's probably the fucking two of the fastest all-wheel drive vehicles in the country, and those fucking dudes never win shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There comes a
Hello?
point where it's a weight penalty more
Hello?
than helping.
Yep.
Like, you know, your average mid to high 5-second car, if it's gonna hook, those front tires are off the ground anyway.
No, for sure.
It's just a weight penalty at that point.
Right, and that's if you notice, you watch like Prime when he's making a hit and it's fucking working. It actually is harder. Like the truck likes to power steer from the front because it's barely touching.
What have you seen the video where Prime and Jeepers Creepers race each other? Dude,
I think so.
they're to like the 330 still blowing the fucking tires off.
Right, that's,
So
that's
you
the
can
thing.
put out power
Those
in the world,
cars,
there's
that's
still
what I
no
mean, though. You know, like people are bitching up here about a fucking GTR. You know, I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like these guys go race Prime. Prime will whoop that GPR on any fucking surface.
Well, on
Like-
top of that, Brennan's heavy.
Oh.
Like that GTR ain't light.
Right.
No, it's just a fucking normal car, dude. People are just like bitching. I don't know. I don't get it.
Now, if you put now, here's where it changed. Where you're saying like the surface doesn't matter. If you put an all-wheel drive car at the track, it's the same situation where, well, if the track's not good that day, you know what I mean. The all-wheel drive car still has the advantage. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
it's just a chance you're taking.
A lot of GTRs, fast ones, are looking at doing rear-wheel drive conversions. It's getting to the point where it's a hindrance.
Yeah.
It's more
Right.
complexity, more weak parts, more weight.
Yep. And it just more and more people
think-
complaining
I
about
think
it.
the fastest GTRs in the country are rear-wheel drive. So it's like,
A lot of them pull the wheels anyway.
right?
On the ground.
It's not even worth it. Like, I don't know. I think people just cry about anything. You're always gonna find crybabies everywhere you go.
Well, now you got they're trying to pull them out of big tire class too. That is bullshit. I think
Yeah, it's just
at no point should they be kicked out of a big tire class.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's basically outlaw.
I mean,
Yeah.
you would imagine, right?
You would think. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. It's gonna be a interesting one, maybe, I guess.
Oh boy, what do we got here?
So, I was for a few weeks there. At least we had a good chance of having a pretty big no prep race at Esta, our local track here.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And it was going to be supposed to be back half of the track, start down, on the return road, and not the return road, but the end of it, the cool down. And when you work your way back up,
Is that what they were gonna do?
well, that's what I was going to do. But now we have the big debacle going on with Esta. What would you think about doing some kind of race like that around here, Lure?
I mean, I've literally been in contact with the owner of that track every single year through Mike about that, and like we've actually been on that track backwards before.
Yep.
And like we literally just opened the track for us and let us fucking with this Chevelle actually that was just up here. We were fucking making hits with that thing.
Down there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's badass.
And and the best part about that is he's like they were down there scraping the track at the front of the track.
Yeah.
They didn't even know we were down there with a 762 with fucking just obviously open headers. Didn't even know, we didn't even hear the car
Really?
because you're in the fucking woods.
Yep.
Like you're literally like the side. It just that takes the sound. Like fuck, we could do this all night then. What the fuck?
Yeah. See, I had not only that, but it's for them it's profitable because nobody's ever done anything like that around here. You know what I mean? You had the purge at Empire, but that
And we've made a big enough name for ourselves and whatever, and people around here know that things are gonna be good. And we go to like even Connecticut. people out there they know.
Yep.
Like it's going to be taken care of if you go to a Rowdy event.
Yep.
So they're going to be able to pull people from all over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we can talk shit to Billy and his pops and make them bring their shit on out here too.
Yeah, and you got Rolly saying that, Kendall will come and Jacob Wright would come.
Fuck yeah.
You got-
those dudes go wherever. You know?
Limpy even we're talking back and forth. He's like, I'll come hang out. He's like, I'm like, if we work it out, it's like I'll have you flag. We can work that out. It'd just be cool to have big names here, but they're playing their legal games back and forth with the voting that they're having back and forth, which is kind of fucking dumb. All they're doing is hurting their own pockets.
It's just people that have nothing to do with the track, literally.
Yep.
And they're ruining the people that actually have the money involved. They're ruining their opportunity to make some more.
Yep.
And after a year like they just fucking had because of this bullshit in this shit ass state we live in, like after a year like that, wouldn't you want to have the most profitable year you could have?
Absolutely.
And I know that if we had a date set right now, we could get fucking 64 cars, not a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And that's fucking humongous to start with. And everybody that would come with them, it would be insane.
We'd have months to promote it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But, hey, that's what people that don't give a fuck because they have no money invested and they're just out there to be scumbags.
Yep.
That's what they do. What are you going to do?
What do you think, Nate?
I think it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Have you tried other tracks?
Ideally, I'd like to do something in our own backyard. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I understand that.
Syracuse would be cool. Me and Shane have been in talks about doing it at Lancaster. It wouldn't be a back of the track deal at Lancaster like it would at ESTA because the shutdown's not as well.
There's not enough track at
Yeah.
Lancaster for anything.
So it would be basically at the tree like it normally is, but me and Lou were talking back and forth. If it was at the tree, would it be an instant green or somebody with a flashlight kind of thing? But that's something we'll work out once we get a location locked in. You know what I mean?
Well, as far as ESTA goes, is that so? It's officially dead.
No,
Or
it's so.
this whole bullshit. Is
So on
gonna blow over.
the 7th, they're having a vote whether it's going to be Vern and Gene running the track, or if it's going to be Pete and Robin and Vincent running the track.
Now, how does that? Who owns the track?
So ESTA was founded in the 60s by a group of people.
Okay.
So it would be like if we bought a track, all of us bought a track. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
We'd be board members. There's 11, 12 of us here. Say there's 11 people. If 6 people made a decision and 5 people said no, it'd go to the majority. So that's what they're doing over
Who's
there.
on the board?
I'm not. So the board is 7 members to have the uneven vote count like that.
Do they own a part of the track?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. But they're shareholders as well. So like you can go buy one share. You're officially a shareholder. You now get a say in that vote. So they have to get all the shareholders rounded in to that vote. So it's going to be a majority thing. So it's either going to be Pete and Vince and Robin run the track again, or it's going to go back to Vern and Gene and those guys. And I think it's time for some new faces and some new life at that track. They need a lot of changes over there.
Well, just what happened last year and the end of everything, that's obviously me. I don't really get into it all, but that things need to change.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not saying that fucking Vern and Gene are the best people in the world. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but give them a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And I think they'd be. I know Gene would be right into fucking wanting to do something like this or help out with it at least. So.
Yeah, he's actually he's the one that said he goes. Somebody mentioned that you guys were drumming up the idea of a no prep event. I was like, yeah, but Pete, because of the insurances, would never let it happen. I said, not, which I get, whatever, but I said that's something that would be cool to do. And he goes, if we get in, he goes, I'm on board. He goes, whatever you need, I'm down with it. Yeah. So it'll happen.
We can just hope that they get it and then immediately get on them. If they win that vote, then immediately get on them and try to get a date because we're fucking running out of time already.
I gave them 2 dates to choose from if they win, and they said either one of them will work for me. So it'll basically be up to us to we'll have to have a meeting. You know what I mean?
We have to call all the big promoters for everybody to make sure that you're not kind of trying to fucking compete with some monster fucking event somewhere.
Right. Which is why this year, I'm not saying the dates, but we have to change the date of cash days this year because there's that $100,000 dig or die the same weekend we normally do it.
Yeah.
So we're changing the date just because obviously people are going to try to go down there and win $100,000 rather than come here and win 4. You know what I mean? So
I hear you. Yeah.
So we'll have to figure that out too. But
so
you bring your computer down there, boy.
Mm-hmm. So the other team, ESTA, not Gene's team, the other team.
Yep.
They are saying no matter that's it. If they win, it's not happening.
Yeah, Pete won't let it happen because of the insurances.
I would imagine that if Pete and them won, it would be a no for everything to do with Ty. You know what I mean?
Oh, they just don't like you.
No, they don't want me there.
What do they need? Like another insurance policy on it?
Well,
It's probably bullshit.
that's good. I got it. So the name, no prep names, pretty much get rolled into a bad,
Sure.
what do you want to call it?
Well, they're kind of a crash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
And
on top of that, no insurance company likes to know you're going to race the fucking track backwards.
yeah,
They're a little worried about that one.
yeah, I would say that's probably correct. I'm just trying to
They're
get this.
not gangsters.
But you know what? Even if they couldn't do it for some reason, they win and they want us to do it, but they can't do it. They're back at the track. It's still gonna be good. No, you could no prep the fuck out of that thing,
Right.
rip the shit out of it, and it's not the greatest surface to begin
I
with.
was going to say, their
Just
prep
fucking
isn't the greatest
chop that
anyways.
all up. I mean, it'd be fine.
Right.
Sorry, just trying to
I
get
think
this.
it's kind of more they're stuck in their old ways.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
100%.
an old school track. And they're
Do they
stuck
scrape the
being
track
old
every
school.
year?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
scrape it
yeah.
probably multiple times a year. I'd
Oh, do they
imagine.
do it multiple times a year?
I'd imagine.
I don't know.
Ty, see that circular little thing next to the home button?
Yeah, I tried to refresh with F5, but it wasn't working. There we go. All right, sorry guys. Oh shit, what happened?
What in the fuck?
What in the freaking heck?
Right there. There you go. Flow racing, boy.
All right, there we go. We're back. So hopefully that works out for us. We can do something like that this year.
Pretty cool.
Y'all are pretty quiet back there. Andy, Matt, what do y'all think about doing a back half the track event? Get up here. Say some words. Go on.
There you go, boy.
I think although I'm slow, I'm going to run Alex over.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Golly.
already in there with that one.
Hey,
You know we ain't going to see Alex this year.
will he show?
He probably won't. I think he's still like embarrassed about what happened the last time he was here. Right?
What? Oh, wow.
So why don't you explain what happened last time he was here?
Yeah, not everybody knows, Nate. What happened last time? What's so embarrassing about it?
Well, besides him losing.
Everybody loses.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Not everybody loses often as he does.
Yeah.
That was gangster enough for him to call Van Norden out first round, though.
Yeah.
Got him too.
No, that was a good race.
It was. I think so. Andy, what's your take on back half over starting at the line, starting at the tree itself? What would you rather do?
I think it's more of a, I don't really have a preference. I think it's more of a tuner's race, still doing back half. Obviously, starting line of track's going to improve as the night goes on, so what you're dealing with first rounds might not be what you're going to deal with second round, so
Sure.
it adds that in. It's not a known entity. It's not something people can really test for or duplicate. So
Yep. Especially because if it's back half.
I think you might also get more cars to come out because it's not going to ultimately be about power. 800 horsepower, high 5-second, low 6-second car might have a chance.
That's power management. It's not power. Yeah. Not only that, but that back of that track has never had rubber down it, so it's going to be a road that's never been duplicated before. You know what I mean? Even our road, our test road, has more rubber than our race road. So you're always making a good lick on our test road. So it's just like I said, there's no way to prep for that. But after a few rounds, it's going to be the same as anywhere else. There's rubber down. There's all sorts of there's black magic. There's skinnies. There's homemade prep down. So there's going to be rubber down regardless. But it's still going to be a tuner's game. So what's that, Clint?
I said somebody to lay water.
Yeah, well, yeah, that A1 sauce.
Dude, people swear by Dr. Pepper, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, Dr. Pepper works.
I fucking used it before. I'm telling you, it works.
What's that, Dr. Pepper?
It's old school
Better than
stuff.
that skinny shit.
You still hear
It's
me?
old school stuff. Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Skinny works just fine.
Better than the slippery skinny sauce. Oh, fuckers.
All right.
Be careful. I heard that guy would shoot you or something.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, bro.
That's all right.
Sir, I heard Clint's got some buddies that are making some Dr. Pepper.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, what's that about, Clint? Get on there.
What happened?
I'm gonna bully Clint here for a minute.
That's just rude. Yeah, I've been starting to deal bumper thumper traction compound. I mean, not going against Black Magic. I like them. It wasn't working for me. It works for everybody else.
Hey, and maybe it's your truck.
It is definitely my fucking
I have
truck.
the only fucking S10 in the country with fucking Caltrax. Don't hook.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Definitely the black magic. That's the problem.
I will drive the hell out of that truck, but I have no fucking clue what I'm doing when it comes to tuning anything.
Yeah,
I am retarded when it comes to that. I'm not gonna lie.
You got Caltrax on that thing?
Oh yeah, it's got Caltrax.
Why don't you call them up?
the Caltrax ain't the problem now.
Oh, okay.
It's perfect for the chat. I love it.
but,
Yeah, that's got to be your new profile picture, Andy.
No, I've been dealing with those guys. They seem really cool, and
Where are they out of?
they're out of West Virginia.
And they're new, obviously.
Yep, brand new. They actually have the big tire the big tire killer Silverado that one dig or die that pissed everybody off.
Gotcha.
But no, they seem like a good group. I kind of just doing a little bit with them, and we'll see where that grows. I mean, if you can make prep and you're good at it, then do it. That's the more prep companies, the better. I don't see anybody having no prep is better than the other. It's just something works for someone and something doesn't work for someone. Y'all got to find what works for you and kind of grow.
Realistically, the thing with the prep is I used to make my own prep all the time and still do sometimes because it's all about the fucking the surface of the road, and it's all about the heat, how
Temperature,
hot it is, how cold it is. So some prep might work here because it's mixed differently, and then like that we're all doing this using the same shit. When we go somewhere else and it's fucking 30 degrees colder, that prep's not gonna work for shit. But maybe someone else's prep does.
Not only that, but you got blacktop, you got concrete.
It's just a million things you gotta work for. So like, when it's like a normal 70-some degrees out, whatever, like Black Magic's awesome. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, buy any of them. They're probably gonna work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously, but we use Black Magic. But when it comes down to a tricky surface and it's really cold or really hot, I make my own shit.
Right.
You know, it's just you're not gonna buy something off the shelf for that unless you're gonna order it. Fucking hey, tomorrow's gonna be 30. Send me that. You know what I mean?
I would say out of all the stuff that we've used, I would say Black Magic is the one that is the most accommodating for weather changes. You know what I mean? Where obviously skinny as you see when it gets cold, that's just slick.
We even used that old pimp juice shit.
Yep.
You know, and that's worked before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's whatever, really. But
Seems like on a really porous road, though. I'm not gonna name names, but some of them, if you don't burn it all off, it's a porous road. It gets gooey.
Yep. That, but me and
that's probably doesn't have enough, the MEK in it or whatever for that situation.
me and Jim found out when it's hot out with Black Magic.
Gemini.
the hooker and
It's like
I.
a Gemini, but Gemini.
We found out when it's warm, you don't have to do a huge heater with Black Magic. You just got to paint a stripe, and it works. It works really well.
That's with any prep, really. You should, not that you shouldn't, but it's like the hot. Well, the warmer it is, the more burnout. Like the cold, it's weird. The cold, when you have a nice cold setup, or a nice cold, mix, you don't really do a big one.
Yep.
And if you can get a second burnout and it's cold, do it.
Oh yeah.
We figured that out a couple years ago. It was fucking could not get the fucking. That was the skein. It was cold, could not get it to work. Didn't matter what happened. Couldn't get it to bed to go, whatever. So we did a small burnout, backed up, and then put just VHT down.
Yeah.
And did like a fucking dry hop, like a fucking 2-footer. Back up, and left for the tires.
Yeah.
Right up in the, like we went from blowing tires off to fucking hanging the hoops. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with people. It's fun to fucking skinny sauce is gay and stripper glitter is fucking stupid. Whatever. I get it. It's fun to do that shit, but it just all matters on where you are and what the altitude is. Any of that shit.
Yeah.
All comes into play.
Someone's prep is gonna be better for the situation. That's just the way, if it's gonna be a knockoff part of a thing like that.
Sure.
The way I see it, find a prep that works decent for you, and then grow with it.
Sure.
Adapt your vehicle for the prep you're going to use.
Well, that, and you got to remember, you're not gonna be on the same road all the time.
Yep.
You're not gonna be in the same. It's gonna be 50 degrees one day. It's gonna be 90 degrees the next day. There's concrete. There's asphalt. There's.
And you can add stuff to your prep. Too.
Yep. That's smart.
You know what the prep's made out
Like
of.
that. Remember fucking Tabor? They were putting that shit in the Black Magic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Adding different shit when it got hot. That was the whole deal.
Yep. 100%.
Either more, you can even add just more VHT or more MEK, whatever you feel you need. But it's a nice starting point. You know what it does, so you only need a little bit more. Put it in there. Try that.
Right. No, I would definitely agree.
Hoosier or MT?
What's that, bud?
Hoosier or Mickey's?
Hoosier, Mickey, that's a good conversation to have. We can all take a little vote with this one. If we're on the street, well, you got to remember, the way I see it is, I think weight comes into it as well, because I have a stiff wall. Because soft sidewall, I was blowing sidewalls out of it. I was getting maybe 4 or 5 passes out of them when the fucking sidewall's getting blown out. So I switched to a Hoosier. Was it CO7 stiff wall, 28-10-5, and it's worked pretty well for me.
Are
In
they
the
10 or 10.5?
10-5. Yep. They make a 10-0 as well, but I believe that's the soft side wall.
That's the
That's,
DO6.
yeah, that's what I have.
DO6,
Is a
yeah.
soft sidewall.
Yep.
That's what
So me and Noah had a big conversation about this. The 10-0, he said, because his car's a lot lighter than mine, obviously, but he said that the 28-10-0 grips better, but he burns through them quicker, where the 28-10-5 isn't as good of a bite, but the tire itself lasts longer. What do you got?
I don't know. I think it. I don't know. I had Hoosiers on my car. This is like 3-4 years ago when my car ran. I had Hoosiers on it, and
Once upon a time.
even the very little power that I made, I would spin, and I put Mickey's on it, and it dead hooked every time. So
Yeah.
I think it just. I don't know.
But
I
you-
think there's really no.
I got a lot of first gear in my car with a C4 and a lot of rear end gear. And
Yep.
Stiff sidewall Mickeys have been the best at the track and the street.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I've got no weight in the back of my truck, so the softer sidewall, the DO7 it is, or DO6, that seems to work better for me. I had the CO7 2 years ago, which I still haven't figured the truck out at that point anyways, but I've never hooked, not one time. Now we're finally getting, like, I mean, it comes down to suspension too and everything, but the softer sidewall seems to be hitting a lot better.
What your issue was too, you kept changing preps.
Yeah,
That was
you're
one.
right.
That was one thing you did a lot.
You're right.
You didn't try to get one to work. You know what I mean? You just kept changing preps.
Yeah.
So, Matt Keys, what do you think? Who's your Mickey kind of guy?
I don't know. I don't have much input because I haven't run either one on my Corvette yet.
Yeah,
Plan on probably going.
I like-
with,
Talk over here, pal.
I like how he has to say that. Like Corvette guys had to tell you they race a Corvette.
No, I haven't put it on the old vet.
I do have a Corvette, in case you're wondering.
This Corvette does not
No,
have
I
a
was
lot
just
of-
saying, like with the speed, like I had M&H's on it, and those worked really well on that shit. But
Yeah.
front wheel drive's fucking stupid. So
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
He was gay once.
yeah,
He's a man
I
now.
don't know.
That's why you weren't in the Rowdy chat till this year because we were front wheel drive.
I don't know. I've seen Hoosiers work better from what I've seen.
Lure, what's Van Norden done? Is he on a Hoosier or Mickey?
Yeah, Hoosiers.
Uh,
Well, 28s, I thought were Hoosiers.
We'll have to look
we
at
run, Mike runs 28s. He runs the fucking the Hoosiers, the CO7s or whatever they are.
Yeah.
But we also have a car that people are putting extension into. It's a different deal, you know. It's a real light car with real fucking it makes good power. You
Yep.
know, bottom 5 second, high 4 second car. So I don't know if that's probably gonna be a difference or whatever. I always ran Mickeys on my car, but I also ran W's, so they're the ones that have the best. Their W's are the shit.
Yeah.
They're the one, I think they have the only ones with W's actually, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But yeah, we always ran Mickeys in my car, and I liked him. He ran Hoosiers. He runs Mickeys with 29s though, so I don't know. Maybe the bigger tires are better.
With
made
a
by
Mickey. Yeah. No, I would say there's some yeah, because I mean look at this shit. You know what I mean?
well, those are radials.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're the 315s. They're obviously something's working. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
think as far as radial goes, this definitely make it down.
Oh, 100, I would agree there 100%.
Sure.
If you go on radio, you got to have a Mickey.
There's no comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think, bud? Do you think Hoosier or Mickey?
Well, I mean, I'm still relatively new to all this, so I don't have much personal input, but I haven't ran it either on my car.
Yeah.
But with hanging out and working with Andy for the past couple of years, it seems going with him and tire changes, the Mickeys have been working the best,
Yeah.
whether it's street or track. Like, we've gotten that thing to hook pretty hard on both.
Yeah.
So, me personally, without running them, I lean Mickey, but, I mean, that's not to say my car isn't going to work good on
Sure.
Hoosiers.
What car do you have? What's your setup?
Right now, I got a 68 Chevelle. It was an original 138 car. All that stuff's long gone, but we got small block Chevy with B&M 144 on it.
Nice.
But I mean, I rebuilt my rear end 2 years ago before I planned on really racing. So my rear end gear is definitely not perfect for what racing. But
Yep.
I mean, it definitely made a pretty good cruiser out of it.
There you go. We'll have to see what works best with you then, right?
Yeah.
Fuck they do. Is that
Bowser? Yeah,
No.
Bowser's coming up.
is that Anthony, the dude we always hang out with down there? The red
This
shirt?
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was him.
That was the guy I was betting with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. That's pretty cool.
This guy took all Carl's
Yeah.
money.
That's his brother right there. This car. I love that car. I saw it at 316. It was fucking sweet.
About you, Nick.
Oh, that
Yeah.
wagon.
Yeah,
though.
Bowser's in the bag.
That wagon, though.
Well, that's a wagon.
I'll take the yellow car
Yeah, because you.
because it's nitrous. Because it's nitrous. And because Ryan McCain's doing it. So well, it's a turbo, so it's slow.
Is there a possibility, Captain Coke, please? I thought putting it up there, a little sweetheart over here.
Jamie
was gonna
Stan's
do
coming
it,
up too.
but Instead, he's got to tell everybody he's got a Corvette.
Because he's doing work. So
No, I got it, Jim.
Oh yeah, that goes for the Syracuse car, right?
Yeah, it's Jamie Stan.
That's Jamie Stan. He's one of the baddest dudes.
Wait.
He's one of the baddest dudes in X75.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
Jamie.
he's
behind
got
you.
he just put a Pro Charger on the car last year.
Car last night, and we were like, I've never seen that car before.
Yeah, well, I mean, the guy's kind of a fag, but I'm just saying. There was probably no better. Well, I don't know. I've had a lot of fucking fun races that I've been involved in and watched, but
I've never met him.
When he fucking looked at Bobby's car and fucking laughed, when Bobby had
That
the
was
fucking,
awesome.
the purple Mustang, he looks at Bobby's car and laughs at us for fucking asking to race. He's
Yeah.
like, "Are you fucking serious? Get your money up!" Went and ran him for 1,400 and whooped that motherfucker so hard.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I know that he also has a hot daughter, so that's also a plus.
And she fucks because
She definitely.
she's got a kid, so she definitely fucks.
All right. Well, now we're getting borderline disrespectful. I'm not going to say anything like that.
You're the one that brought her up, pal. I'm just saying that she likes to ride the kikaka.
Oh my God.
Golly.
Anyway.
I really don't even know her. I'm just talking shit.
Anyway.
All
There
right.
he is, right
And
there.
that car's fast.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the header deal he's got going on. I think that's kind
his
of
faggot ass headers on the
that's
side.
kind of gay. But the car's badass.
Yeah, that's
I like the
gayer
car.
than fuck.
Is that the one that's silver?
That car's hot, but without those headers.
Painted his truck after it.
Huh?
I know we got him.
Yeah, Jeremy painted his car the
The
same.
Mustang?
He had leftover
I
paint.
can't hear. This is yelling in my ear.
Dude, that's
podcast
a really
is
nice
right
color. I like
John?
it. I like it a lot.
Let's see what he does.
No, we're just talking.
This fucking thing.
He'll probably. I bet you he'll go it.
He's
He'll
fast, don't get me wrong.
he'll go it. He might go at 20 right here.
Why does he got to have two last names in the back of that thing?
What's it say? Staying what?
Or signing that thing? Yeah, co-driver.
it's reading out route notes.
He's got to have a navigator. He's got a navigator.
Co-signer.
Wow.
It's just like rally driving. You gotta have somebody tell you what to do.
Co-sign for respect.
Respect in the street.
Let's see what Jamie does here.
He don't do much on the street, I'll tell you that.
No, he spins on
But
the
no,
street.
he's a bad motherfucker in this, so I can't talk shit about that.
Crossman in the other lane.
Yeah.
Except for that car runs.
He would have told you already.
He's spanning his back right now.
Oh!
Standing with a huge
He's still
wheelie.
on
He
it.
goes up, he stays out a little bit.
That was cool.
490 at 111. All right, let's go back. Nick,
Sorry.
Mickey Thompson or Hoosier?
I'm gonna run a Hoosier, but I'm assuming nothing's gonna work because I have a 4L60, so it's gonna blow up anyways.
That was a mistake.
And what do you got for a car, Nick?
What do I got for a car?
Yep.
I got a.
A 460 in a saddle.
He just rides the transmission.
Did you buy it with that transmission on purpose?
Oh yeah.
Did he not tell you that that's a transmission that
The
had?
converter goes.
Oh shit, look who's up.
Bowser.
Bowser, boy.
Oh boy.
That thing's nasty.
I got to see him
Flip
make
flops.
it in person.
He drives a clip.
I know you.
When I bought your t-shirt, I was literally sitting in his mom's lap. No, but she's a nice lady.
He was.
No, that car's cool as fuck.
Your car from now on is gonna be
I think that's the fastest nitrous LS in the country.
What is?
Nick,
That
what's
right
on your
there.
car right
Bowser?
Huh?
now? What's on your car right now?
For what?
Tire.
For tires.
Oh, it's
It's like, what is that thing, a Corolla or
It's like a
something?
Hoosier drag radial.
Datsun.
Yeah, some weird fucking thing.
Does it have QuickTime Pros?
See,
I don't fucking know.
people that make QuickTime Pros work pretty good on the street, but
He's got to have a heavy car because they blow sidewalls out.
You gotta have no power.
Well, I
That
got
too.
a heavy car.
And no power, so you're all right.
Everything works when you make
it's a
600
real car.
horsepower.
It's got
That's all that for.
If you got a 4L60, don't worry about what tire you got in the car.
Worry about how many neutrals you're going to carry.
You got 5 neutrals, boy.
if it comes down to it, we'll throw my slicks.
No,
on
but I
that
think
car,
isn't-
so it does anyways.
A QuickTime Pro, isn't that? It's the same. Like, isn't it the same?
It's
fucking-
like a cheater.
the same compound
It's a
though.
DOT slick.
So what's the
Well,
difference?
it's got
Probably
a
really no
line, so
difference.
it's-
Right. Besides the line, what's the difference?
The only difference are measured different.
Yeah,
Okay.
they go
Ooh, he's on a rip.
He's going.
they go sidewall, not
441.
not contact
Kind
pitch.
of slow for X anyway. I wonder how much. I wonder how much weight he had to add.
Bowser?
Because
my
I bet you
God.
that car was fucking
A lot.
like 2,000 pounds.
You know
maybe
that's
less.
that's probably a 20s car. It probably goes 20s. 20s or 10s.
Yeah.
15s.
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. Teens. Something.
Yeah.
All right. We have another
So fucking sick.
we got a controversial topic we can bring up,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
and everyone,
Oh boy.
oh boy, everyone's gonna have a different opinion on this. I'm sure.
That's what controversial means, right?
That is what controversial means. Yes.
I flew it out there, dog.
I don't float out.
Flew this controversial topic.
I'm about to flood the coop.
I'm gonna let Lure
Oh boy.
go last on this one
Oh no.
because
There's no way his head's gonna explode.
I'm gonna ask Clint first because Nate and Lure here are gonna saw my head off for this one.
Oh boy.
You ready? 29.5, 10.5, small tire, big tire.
No, fucking big tire. Fuck you, Lure.
Oh, you're smart.
He's within arm's reach of Lure. Lure didn't even move. I can't believe it.
I know Lure loves me. I know he'll kill me
That's
too,
an
so
awful
I'm
bold
accepting
way
it.
to speak to 700 pounds worth of man.
The last time we had a party here, Lure beat my head. I'm a faggot, and I need to put a big tire on my truck and stop being a fucking pussy and run everybody. I heard this for an hour straight, and Pete fucking joined in too. Y'all beat the fuck out of me over that shit.
Because you don't know how to tune a cow track. You're the only fucking person in the country.
I thought you just bolt those on. And
You don't
that's
make
it.
enough. You don't make enough power for big tires, so you need to well, put big tires on so you can run with like really slow, small tire tires.
Matt Keys, 29.5, 10.5, big tire, small tire.
Big tire.
Big tire. All right, we got two for. Let's get a tally going, Jimbo. Get a marker.
Where's the iPad?
Oh, let me give me a marker. Thanks, Bill.
All right.
Sweetie.
Andy Bates,
That's where
29.
we are. North, it's a big tire. South, it's not.
I'm saying, in your opinion, in general.
It's a big tire you're gay if you're on one.
Oh boy.
I love this Malibu right here, Lure.
All right,
I
now
talked to
you
these
said
guys on the
big,
elevator in
you
Georgia.
said big,
That's cool. They were having a
Pretty
podcast.
sweet.
you said
They're
big.
cool guys. I forgot their names. So.
Shut up. Matt, big tire, small tire, 29.5, 10.5.
So big. I mean, I really don't have a lot of input on this
Go
one.
big or go home.
Devin, big tire, small tire.
Big tire, big gay.
Oh boy. Nick Moore,
Yeah, I'm gonna say big tire.
Jake,
I've never owned either, so big tire.
Jimbo,
Same answers in the back.
big tire, small.
Just to go against everybody.
Oh, you're an asshole. All right, go small tire. Nate, big tire, small tire.
Well, it's not really a big tire,
Here we go.
but it's not a small tire.
It's
I think it's
just
just
medium.
just medium.
There's no medium tire.
Medium tire.
We have this medium class.
Nate, hypothetical gun to your head.
Hold on.
Shit, this is-
as we hear the
Thi-
cock back.
Oh, this is a non-W, right? Non-W.
29.5, 10.5, non-W.
I got him covered. He's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave it at just medium.
This is con. You're good.
Big
I
tire.
don't know. I don't know, man.
Is it bigger than a small tire?
Yes.
All right, so it's a big tire. All right, I'm also going to say it's a big tire, so we'll leave the last one with Lure.
It's not even a question. It's a small tire. It's not even a question. It's
What's
so
a,
ridiculous.
what's the tally, Jim? What's the
Hey,
tally?
listen, when you guys were sitting up here stroking your meat, watching small tire racing on fucking going on in the street, what was a small tire? 29.5, 10.5. Everybody runs 29.5, 10.5, except for up here for some fucking reason. And I think it's because everybody's fucking slower than shit, and they got their dick kicked in by somebody that's got fucking $80,000 worth of fucking electronics in the car.
It's because everybody
Right,
everybody has a Fox body with stock tubs, and they can only fit
Yeah,
10 Fox.
The 28s came from people that have Fox bodies. It's absolutely true. They were like, listen, we have fucking whatever the fucking strut front ends. They have the best setup in the world, but they were like, well, we're so fucking cheap that we don't want to cut one thing and fucking move some shit around a little
right.
bit.
All right, this is getting personal now, all right?
It should be.
Tell-
All I'm saying is, what are we watching right now? The baddest small tire race in the country. What tire can you use on the baddest small tire race in the country? A 29.5, 10.5W actually is allowed in the baddest small tire in the country. So
Which
how are you going
class?
to tell me that 29.5, the Outright or Reno versus the World?
Oh, okay.
You can have a 29.5, 10.5W on that. That's the baddest small tire racing in the country, and everybody's in here stroking their dick watching that, and then they're going to tell me it's the big tire. No, then you don't like small tire racing. Get out of here.
Yeah, but you could also run a 315 in that class.
Yeah. That's a small tire.
It's kind of big too, though.
Oh my God.
If you ask Lure, he's a small tire, small pro charger, small motor car.
I don't even have a Pro Charger. What are you talking about? I'm
Not
so
yet.
lost.
Not yet.
Thanks, Bill.
Small turbo, my bad.
I do have a small turbo. I have a small motor, small turbo. I got a big old tire though.
Yeah. I got my dump truck in the garage.
Yo,
Goddamn Jets.
did you see us looking for a motor?
The dump truck?
Yeah. I sent it to Ty and I go, how the fuck's he gonna put that in? He got no garage.
Should escape.
It's
You
not
guys,
working.
you guys are relentless on all the hopscotch there.
You don't want to change jets, man.
All right. Well, that went a lot tamer than I thought it would. I was hoping somebody would hit somebody, but all right.
Listen. You want to know? Here's the final. Here's the final call on the small tire versus big tire for a 28 or whatever, or a 29.
Dummies.
It's on whoever's running the fucking race. Whatever they say is what it is.
But that's not true because it could be somebody hosting the race. We're not gonna say it's a small tire, big tire. That's just a tire
Right, but I'm
sanction.
saying if they're running the race and they have a small tire class and they say it's a 29, then it's a 29.
So would you consider a 28-10-5W small tire still?
Well, that's even worse. But I mean, no. All right, it depends on. Listen, it depends on what the
Even
class
worse.
is. Depends on what the class is, and that's
If you
it.
did a plates and 28s race tie and someone showed in a W, what would you do?
Depends on my
Right, that's
depends
what
on
I'm
my
saying.
depends on my rules. Where I'm gonna ask Lure and he's gonna say allow W's, and I'm like, all right, 235s only.
It's a 20.
I
Right.
think this is my hybrid class, and I think this is the
25
coolest class you can run, and
need
it
to run
helps.
hang on,
everybody.
hang on. Go ahead, Lure.
Fine.
So I
Future
think
is all
you should allow 29.5, 10.5 non-Ws, and anybody on a 28 is allowed to run a W, if you want.
That's fair.
That because people are set up for 28s when they understand that they don't want to go 29s because it takes gear out of it. All right, well you got enough width in there, put some more fucking width on there then.
Would you if you could have a choice? Let's just say somebody you have Gwyn build you a car,
You know,
and he says
I did have the
we're gonna it's another car. It's hypothetical. He's gonna say, Lure, I'm gonna set you up for one thing or the other. You can never switch it. Would you rather have the 29-10-5, so you got a taller tire, or would you have 28-10-5W, so you have a wider?
29.
Yeah, you want taller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yep.
want the rollout. on the
Exactly.
street.
Exactly.
It makes your footprint bigger if
Absolutely.
the tire's taller, not wider.
Yeah, but if you build a car for 28s, you can always swap 28-10-5s for all the real small tire racing and run those events too.
Well, yeah. I just think that obviously 20 anywhere you go, 20 is going to be accepted.
I think you just have it's better for quote unquote the little guy, the guy that has the power but doesn't have $80,000 in electronics in their car.
Right.
You're going to be a lot better off, obviously, on a 29. Even though the fast car with the electronics has a 29 as well, you have a better chance of making a fucking nasty pass on a 29 because you're going to be able to leave hard. So, well, you should be able to at least. I mean, obviously, if we put it on this fucking certain blue S10, it won't go anywhere.
Right. That's a good point.
Wait, who are you talking about?
You can't. You
Clitty.
you can't.
Twice.
You can't bolt a 29 to a Caltrack.
It's not even how that works.
To a 4L60.
Oh man.
But if you go with the all-wheel drive argument, should you be able to use traction control on the street?
Yeah. Who
If you have
cares?
traction control,
Yeah.
you're going to get run over. So
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's gonna hurt you.
That's
most of the
how I
time
look
that
at it.
I
hurts.
feel like it's definitely a band-aid. It's not going to make you fucking faster, but it's also something that can save you on a pass.
To make you slower.
It's going to make you slower, but it's going to get you to hook at
What are
some
you talking about?
point
Traction
where the other
control.
dude's
Traction
going
control
slower.
working correctly is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's
You think any of these cars
not
run
gonna
traction
make you
control, Clint? They don't.
Any of these colors?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yes, they
all
do.
have it.
No, they do not. I don't think they
What?
do.
What?
I don't
they
think
all
they
have
do.
trash
The
control.
fast ones, I don't think they do.
Every
I think they put a
car out
tune-up-
there has it.
I think they put a tune-up in the car and it goes or spins.
The
That's
way
it.
they stay so straight on the track, Nate, is they put radials on, but
Right, I
they're
see that.
but they're snow tire radials without trash control.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Nate's the
I don't
guy
know.
that goes to like when
Hey,
he
you
goes to
really
the mall
think
and
the
he
people-
goes to his grocery
I don't
store, he
think
puts
so.
his
Cars in the
cart
radio
thing
versus the
on
world
parking
don't
lot,
have
he walks
traction
by, it's
control
bad.
on
I don't think they do.
Absolutely they do.
Do they hit
How
it?
can they have traction
Because
control?
if you put the traction control in and you put your tune right on the line, you're not going to hit the traction control unless you go over that. That traction
It's
control
all
is still
drive
there.
shaft.
It doesn't mean they're hitting
It's
it.
all drive shaft speed and
drive shaft.
censoring and also like
Yeah.
censoring.
I'm sure they look at that.
There's no drive shaft speed right there.
I'm
trust
sure
me.
they look at it. I don't know.
Are you sure they look
Nate,
at
can you
it?
have
They
drive
don't
shaft
have
speed
traction
without a
control.
drive shaft?
No, you can't. Well, it depends on where you have it. Some people put it on like the flange on the rear end, and then you could have
an
a not
extra
drive
large
shaft
ball
and still
sensor.
look at it. But it won't read anything because there's nothing spinning the rear end. But just depends.
We let this guy talk on our podcast.
Just saying, I don't know, dude.
There's not fucking.
I'm telling
trash
you right now,
control
I
in
don't
drag
think
radio
I don't
racing.
think they're.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
think,
What do you mean? Of course there is.
dude. How? Okay, I
Call
don't know.
Gwyn up and have him take a hold.
That's it.
Gwen doesn't have it on his car.
Exactly.
But he's not a fucking drag.
Still, I don't think a lot of these people.
Fucking fast,
I think
dude.
there's. I bet you there's a lot of people.
Gwen had it on his car.
I bet you there's a lot of
He got
people.
rid of it
I
'cause he
think
didn't
a
know we
lot
couldn't
more
run his
people
fucking
than
tour
you
right.
don't. Listen, I'm telling you right now.
Gwen
There's a lot more
doesn't-
people than you think that don't even use it on this shit.
Gwen doesn't count because Gwen goes to a couple of these races, but also Gwen is gangster as fuck.
I don't
will
know.
give him that. That motherfucker will drive his shit through a tree and back up trying
They
to win
do
a
slip
race.
and slide down the pad like a
I don't know.
monster.
What?
It's scary as fuck.
What? So
Yeah.
like all they're pulling out is timing. That's it.
It
Like,
depends
what
on
about
how
a
you have it
screw-
set up.
Depends.
Like what about a screw blown fucking Hemi? They can't pull a boost out of the thing.
Blows timing.
Well, yeah,
That's all it is timing.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think they're pulling. I
on
don't
a
think they're
turbo car,
doing
you
that.
can pull
I think they're
short line.
setting up the timing to go at a certain time in, certain ramp or whatever, and
Of
that's
course
it.
they are, but it's not
But
it.
that's not traction control.
No, traction control is on the edge waiting for it.
Right, I don't
So
think they're doing that.
No, I'm telling you, when you fucking do, I've been tuning these cars, not tuning, but involved in tuning these cars for so long. You watch that, you have your curve and you have your traction control line right up, right there. So if it fucking it sees a wing, it might not always work, but it's gonna try and cut it right as fast as it can, just knock it back down. That's why you could put a fucking 410 pass or but when you have enough passes, you're gonna know what your car's gonna go with a certain tune-up. You have a 410 pass in it and go 430s because at some point it wasn't gonna make it down the track, so the fucking traction control pulled.
If you'd have told me today that the biggest argument wasn't going to be 29 small tire, but be fucking trash control, I'd have shot myself.
I'm so glad I started this.
I also never thought that Clint would have had more like solid arguments than Nate today. It's just that's the weirdest thing ever to me.
I don't know. I just don't think a lot of them touch it. That's
Touch
it.
it all the time.
I will say
I
that
always touch it.
the person that
Because you see cars, you see them go down the track, or they fucking rip the tires. So I don't.
But what you don't see is when they're taking a fucking half of a tenth off.
you don't see where
In
it hits
traction
that
control.
small spike and saves it and comes back. You don't notice that in the pass.
All right.
I will say that the person that just freshened my motor, both of their vehicles that they have traction control units in them, and they absolutely love them because they're a learning tool.
Who's that?
Person. They don't have a name.
Who's that?
I didn't want to like start throwing things. Derek Beauregard and his dad, they're both super nice people.
They got
super
they got a
intelligent.
fast car. It's all right.
Who fucks
You
that?
see some of these cars though, and this is what we're watching today, knock the tires off or wheelie. Traction control would save that. I'm fairly certain. I hate to say this. I agree with Nate. I think in this particular format, I don't think it's allowed.
I think.
Class?
Look,
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. I think there's a lot less people than you think. That's it.
Based on the people knocking the tires off and the wheelies I'm seeing, I don't think there's any of them.
I don't think they're doing
The
it,
thing
man.
is,
I really don't.
radials are unforgiving.
So if you
Right.
had drive shaft spence,
you cannot recover on a radial the way you can.
Right.
Putting,
So-
suspension
so
sensors
what-
in and pulling
look,
timing.
Okay,
wheelies.
let me ask
They
you this
do-
question.
oh, no, they do have
What
that.
exactly you think the
They do
traction
have that.
control it reads
But
the tire
it's not
slip,
fast
right?
enough sometimes
Well,
because
it reads the
drag
drive
radials are
shaft
so
speed.
Right.
unforgiving.
And compares that to
To
the
your-
front
to your
wheel.
tire, yes.
Now, if a radial spins at all, it's gone. I don't think it can catch it fast enough. I don't think it can
The
on a radial.
I know the
Like a slick, sure, you're fucking screeching the tire. You can hear that. I don't think that's happening on this right here. I don't think so.
like
And
Listen, when you
I'm not saying
go to the track and stand in the. You've done this before. Just pay attention though. Stand in the back and listen to those cars. You
always
can
pay
hear it
attention.
coming out of them.
I
you can
live
literally
and
hear it
breathe.
coming
I live
out
and
of it.
breathe on the starting line at this race.
Listen, you
Lure.
fucking live and
Pay
breathe
attention to
in the
everything.
bathroom stall. You fucking homo.
Stevie Fast has
Listen,
traction
I'll tell you
control.
what. I doubt it. I'm gonna send.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna.
I
I'm gonna send him a message,
He is a saint.
and he's gonna respond.
Yeah, he's not gonna respond.
And I'm gonna
but
fucking
if he
ask
did,
him.
he'd be like, "Yeah, you stupid fuck."
I'm gonna
we have
say.
traction
I'm gonna say
control at the
no.
car."
I put the timing ramp in, and if it spins, it spins. If it doesn't, it fucking goes. That's it.
Anyway, how's
Jim's
the glory hole anyway? Is it nice?
It's probably nice. I've never been.
Kiss it.
Nate lives his life on the starting line. He
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Nate, what's your view? It's great for my
Lives his line on
windshield.
the fucking sidewalk is where he lives his line.
The windshield of his pickup blocking traffic.
No, I told you I get out of the truck and go to the starting line.
It's way cooler.
Uh huh.
Is a
Now this class probably has traction control.
I bet you this class is way faster than you'll ever go.
Oh, that's 6-0
Well,
index.
ever. Let's not get stupid. Maybe faster than I've been, sure.
So personal.
Doesn't even mention traction control on Duck's site.
You know what? I'll message.
It depends on the class. It
No.
depends on the class.
I'm looking at Extra 75.
I'll message.
You can run it. No, you can run it in that.
I'll message Jared Wood
No,
and ask
I
him
think
right now.
235 you can't run it.
Jared Wood.
235, I think
Is that
that's
right,
actually a
Corvette?
rule you can't run traction control.
Nate Siriano, who's got
That's
that
it.
black Dodge Dart that runs at Esta in 550?
Kozlowski.
It's like purple, isn't it?
Jason, whatever's dad. Jason Kromberziski.
I love them Berettas.
You know what I'm
So
talking
fucking cool.
That car's got it.
I love those fucking cars. They're so
Fucking-
cool.
The other day.
I can't remember his last
Still
name.
Flat
now.
hood turbo LS one.
Oh
would be
no,
so
that
fucking
his
cool.
dad has a
I
Pontiac.
fucking love it.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Dart. I don't know. I don't know.
Only
Andy.
person that ever ran with a. Andy. The red one or the black one?
Black.
It's Kozlowski.
Tire too. God damn.
It's index racing. It don't matter what's on it.
Heads up, index racing.
Heads up.
Heads
but
up.
But don't go any faster than
Don't
6-0.
Don't go faster than 550 now.
We got
boy.
it. We got a goddamn heads up, boy. I tell you what.
Heads up.
Come on out there to goddamn S, and when we go, we go 6-0, boy. I'm telling you what, heads up though.
You put a big old small tire 32x14 on there. Heads up 6-0. Just don't
Man,
go
I'll
faster
tell
than
you what,
6-0.
this
Now
big block
take
Chevy,
what?
small block fucking LS, boy. Gets her done.
I'll tell you.
We got nitrogen injected nitrous.
This one guy's got his tow fucking truck in there. What the fuck is that?
Dude, have you seen that fucking it's like a utility truck that's been street racing in like West Virginia?
Yeah, it's called the work truck because it puts in work.
Dude,
They literally call it that.
dude, that thing is fucking sick.
No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Haven't seen it?
It's like pull up a picture. It's like a what is that? Like an S10 or a Toyota or something like that. It's got like the Redding fucking toolboxes on it and shit, like a ladder rack.
Fucking A,
Dude,
dude.
it goes like 6-0. It's fucking thing's pretty cool.
So who's got the baddest small tire street raced car in the country right now? Is it KC Max?
I
Well,
want to say it's fucking.
Before it was wrecked, I'd say Z Unit.
I'd say-
always.
I'd say
Z Unit
right
all
now,
day.
I would
right
say
now.
Z unit
We're talking
before
about
you
right now,
wrecked.
Z unit's wrecked. We
Right
can't
now-
talk about it. I would say
It's Ryan.
we would have to probably go KC Max. If not, we would go My Little Pony. I think, but My Little Pony just doesn't
Got a
have.
Nate's car.
My Little Pony is a Mustang Z unit. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just a fucking Mustang
Is that the
chassis.
gray?
with
Is that
Z
the
units.
gray one or whatever?
It's like blue or
The
some
one that
shit.
gapped all of fucking
Oh, okay.
Tennessee there.
I'm gonna-
It's like Arizona or something. But yeah, no. I mean, listen, Nate's probably one of the baddest dudes ever on tuning a car. Right?
True, I am.
But Ryan's bad as a motherfucker, dude. But Ryan was down there, what's it called? North for South Civil War. Fucking in between rounds, putting big tires on the fucking car and changing the bars. Then putting small tires in the car and changing the bars. And fucking one big tire.
Who's got the world's first phone?
I heard that.
You don't like my ringtone?
Is that you?
Yeah.
I'm not even shocked. I'm really
You should
not.
hear my text message. It's like a Mario.
It's
Like,
like a door knocking. Hey, you got a text message.
Hey, pal, open
bottom-
up this archaic stone over here and fucking get your chisel out and right back.
it's a Google Pixel.
It
Realize.
sounds like a dial-up modem.
Fax machine.
Listen, I picked this ringtone out of many, and I like it.
I mean,
I mean, I have a Pixel and I don't have that ringtone.
You know it's Andy with that wind-up camera attached to it.
I got to change my flash bulb.
Where do you keep the sheet that goes over your head when you take a picture?
Huge powder explode.
Jim, can you add color to my pictures?
It's like taking pictures of my toddler is getting real expensive.
Stand still for the
Stay
next
still.
22 minutes.
Poof! She's like, ah! It's okay. What is wrong with you?
What did you make here?
Like full size.
Did you mix it with anything?
Yeah. Oh, you.
So then why are you? Why do you do that? I don't understand why you. Why don't you just pour it in there?
There's ice in
Better
there.
when it's chilled.
It's called being chilled, bruh.
Christ, I didn't know this is high class over here. I didn't know that. That's my
It's for weak palates like you.
Big tire, cool it.
There it is. Well, those are not shots.
are they holes?
That's a full fucking drink.
Also,
If this is vodka,
Somebody
you see
trying
the
to
face
fuck
of, like,
tonight.
A 13-year-old taking his first drink.
Well,
And I'm
I
in.
know back 6 months ago. on this
And I'm somebody.
But if we're going off that baddest small tire car, who's got the baddest small tire truck?
Not you.
Not you.
Walked right into it.
Too fucking fast.
I'm gonna throw in there the ICT billet. That 454 Chevy is a bad motherfucker.
don't know
I
which
think
one
that
it
is a sick truck. The what's his name's tuning it? Same dude
what's
that
his
does
name?
Kiki
Yeah,
and the
you know.
Entertainer.
Jason Rank.
Yeah,
Rank,
no.
right?
not
I got a
Rank.
question. Who
I
cares
think
who's got
Frank's
the best
driving
truck?
it.
Who cares who's got the fastest truck?
Who cares? I'm the only one with a truck.
I've got faster trucks.
I said, who cares? It just
Hey,
should roll.
is it the fastest
it
car
should roll-
on that tire or not?
It should
Really,
roll
right?
into the fastest car.
Right.
So it's like, you know.
Oh, relax, Andy. We're gonna get food after this. We'll sober you back up.
I'm just kidding, Clint. Trucks are cool, man.
All right, we're gonna have a cheers.
the fastest
We're gonna.
Wait, hold on. Do you race with your left blinker on? I heard that's a truck thing. I saw that one time.
My driver's side taillights don't work.
Oh, okay.
on the Snorvet.
Can't afford to fit them.
The Snorvet taillights. What? What?
I don't want to do this.
What?
You can do it, buddy.
I don't wanna.
Sambuca? Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers to Rowdy Racing. In 28 speed.
Wow, that shot flew down. Straight fly down there.
Fucking flew right down my throat.
Let's talk about. I got a phone call the other day at work.
Oh boy.
Is this racing related?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a phone call the other day at work from what? What did he say?
You're not the father.
Got a call from a
Look
guy.
at here, fucking Jim cleaning your mess up.
From a guy.
I know I made a fucking mess. Normally I had my.
Was it like OnlyFans or?
Yeah.
Real OnlyFans like.
It sounds like a late night talk commercial. 1-800.
Are you naked in a beanbag chair eating Cheetos? Is your dick orange?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yours is always. That's not the Cheetos.
Send me
That's the work truck.
$24.99. I'll show you how I take out this.
Fucking little Toyota. That's fucking cool as shit.
Oh, that
The
work
bitch
truck?
is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking cool, dude.
It's definitely cool.
All right, so
I got-
got a call from a guy who owns a mobile dyno the other day at work.
Yeah.
And he said he wants to set up a dyno day down here. We're going to host that at Mike Perry's M&K Auto up in Brewerton. We're going to do a payout for the highest power adder number on the dyno.
Just pay me out then.
I bet.
Yeah, just
All right,
pay me.
bet.
And highest
Mike Perry raced
highest all motor. What's that?
as an aside. What does Mike Perry have? I know he races.
He has a 67 GTO.
It's a nice car.
He races 650 class at Esta. Excuse me. He has a no. He sold the Fairmont to Bedell.
He's got a pickup, don't he?
His son has a pickup. It's like an 86
Yeah, I
square
think
body.
so, too.
He also has like an 85 like Regal or Monte Carlo something like that. That he's fixing up. Jim, where is the?
Hey, look at S10 that hooks. Yeah.
God damn it! It's on a
It
Google
only,
track,
it only went
motherfucker.
a, it only went a 7-1.
Still faster than mine.
Where's the Tito's?
Behind you. Next to the bar.
Look at this fucking C3 Corvette
Fuck yeah.
with a
No, the
fucking
other
blower
lane.
out the hood.
That thing's bad, boy.
That thing's
I
squirrely.
think it's a mini or a Fiat.
What a fucking pile of shit.
That is a tricycle.
That's an old ass motherfucker out here with his tricycle.
So what other class? You said it was power adder, and then there's a naturally aspirated. Well, that's dumb.
What?
Is there a most nitrous one?
That's a power.
That would be a power adder, Nathan.
He needs to
Right.
win
So,
night
but I'm
races.
involved with the turbos, so no. It's
Why
not
are you
gonna
scared of
happen.
turbos?
It's not a surprise that they
You're not
make
gonna
more
make the most
that they make
nitrous
more
power
power.
He's got a
How
stock.
about this? We'll make a nitrous class for you,
Alright,
just
good.
and we're gonna show up with the Biscayne and fuck your.
No,
dad
don't
up.
do that.
Just for fun.
No, please.
What? We're gonna have a
Does
dyno
that
day.
mean Nate is planning on his car being done this year?
Yeah, no.
Doubtful.
Yep, that's the plan. Right, well, now we need Gwen to get back from Georgia so we can do my motor.
I'm excited for Nate's car to come back out.
Thank you.
Two different motors,
Thanks,
would you
Clint.
measure your drive shaft, you think?
I'm changing the engine mounts, so yes, a reed drive shaft measurement will be involved.
Do you think this 6 liter is longer than the other 6 liter?
Could be.
It's still buffering.
Listen, here's the deal.
It's just a basement jack.
Listen, y'all gonna get fucked up next year.
Do you want to borrow? Do you want to borrow? Hey, do you want to borrow?
Whose car are you using? Mega Squirt or with
My car with Mega Squirt.
Oh
Mega
my
Squirt,
God.
no. Mega Squirt,
the
no.
Game Boy Color in
You
the
guys are
car?
getting fucked up. Hey,
Tuning laptop?
I got a nice dash for it. It's really nice. Wait till you see it.
Do they hold data after a 15-second pass?
Yeah, dude. There's a USB port. You plug it in.
Just because he tunes with a Sega Genesis doesn't mean he's got a car.
He's crossing the 8th with his laptop plugged in. Quick, I gotta get this shit out.
No, it's not like big stuff where you have a time limit. You just it fucking saves it.
Big stuff. Like a
Sonic 3's the go fucking see next juice in.
Nate. Nate tunes his car with a TikTok app.
He tunes it with the fucking animal wheel. The closest He's born on the fucking memory card.
Remember those?
Hold on, I'm putting that Oregon Trail back.
Remember those things? The C and C's, you'd spin it and.
The horse says hey.
So hold on. So it's pretty clear you guys would never use Tuner Studios. Got it.
Tuning Studios.
Tuner Studios is the software
Remember
for
my
Mega
first
Squirt.
time.
I think that's on Andy's phone actually.
Gonna put that Oregon Trail tune up.
This is the old ox firing off now.
Across the river.
You guys are hating on Mega Squirt. I
There's a snake.
don't see why.
Here I am with a fucking blow-through car making fun of your injection. I tune with a fucking
Screwdriver. 2 screwdrivers, a little one and a big one.
I got a chalkboard in the car. I just write down what I want. 15 degrees. All right, 30 pounds of boost. All right, perfect.
It's one of those.
And then if it doesn't do it, I'm like, fuck!
It's a etch a sketch. You shake it.
Shake it up. Timing map with an etch a sketch.
That'll work. I'm watching. It's gonna work.
Apple is fucking sliding beans.
You all right, Nate? Want another shot?
I'm fine. You all gonna get fucked up.
Nate, you have a 0.0 chance of getting in the lane.
I'm gonna
next to me.
say with Mega Squirt, y'all got fucked up.
Ty's laughing at Holly.
Yeah.
He's so mad.
I'm not mad. I ain't never been mad, bro.
Always
Do you
mad.
need a hug?
I know that's
Are
not
you
true
okay?
because
Your tears are right
That's
there.
not my tears.
Tears are still fresh.
Those are laughing
on the
tears.
board, pal.
oh man, there's a mega squirrel over there.
Oh shit.
God.
I feel bad for you guys. I really do.
Unreal.
Fucking unreal.
Well, we'll be out there June 12th at M&K for the Dino Day.
Anyway,
Apparently,
back to what we were talking
there's
about.
a Dino Day going on, and no, we're not gonna put a special fucking nitrous tune-up in it. All
The
right?
event Mega Squirt versus the world.
The world still wins.
Is it like weird to like when you're trying to type in megasquirt.com and like what comes up? you gotta weed through 45 videos.
Can we try that right now?
I don't type in
Every time he has a tuning issue, he's fucking jerking off.
There's a bunch of broken links and shit.
I want to try this right now.
There is no megasquirt.com, so
Mega Square.
Hey, at least you're not changing jets at midnight.
All right, we're doing this in Middle New Jersey.
We're doing this for
No, he's burning a tune. I'm sick and tired of changing cartridges at the
Oh, they don't even
middle
have
of Second
a
Square at 8 a.m.
Oh.
Oh, they got a website.
Yeah, but it's not secure.
Look at the fucking
That's not-
blankets on.
Nate has the same tuning as a trial.
That's not the one I use. That's not the one I use. I use the EFI source. Go to EFI source. EFIsource.com. That is the people who made my Mega Squirt, the gold box.
Oh, the gold box.
Yes.
Oh, that's what
They
fucking.
spray painted a box and all excited about it.
Use the prayer paper to tear off dots.
It prints out his tune.
One here's a fabricator. You're a fabricator.
You gotta do a scan trying
So
to.
you've seen like how hard it is for somebody to get a sheet of aluminum and bend it in.
Oh, look at that car. That's got Mega Squirt.
Oh my god, that car did a wheelie. It's Mega
Your
Squirt.
power header.
Look at that, a fucking
He's got a shop truck.
Stock truck did a
shop
burnout.
truck.
That's cool.
Hot couple.
That's proof crackheads use Mega Squirt.
This man put that on there. He's like, how do I spell EFI?
Hey, look, we have some pretty. I don't know about where
Those
you guys
first
are
three
from,
cars
but
couldn't
Syracuse
afford
got
trash
some
control.
pretty decent crackheads.
Actually, Mr. Gold Box has traction control,
It's Chris Dahmer.
which I will not be using. So
We have to have a drive shaft before you can have a drive shaft
Clint Ray
sensor.
started
Good
our
point.
resident crackheads.
Who? Oh God, damn! Never again.
That was the only time you could watch a race and replay the video after and see the nose in front of another car, and there was an argument over who.
I raced some people and it ended badly.
Oh.
Did you beat them up?
No. They
shoot 'em?
told me that they had won, and we showed them the video. And my truck clearly, like, I mean, it was close. I was like,
We had a finish line
a
video
foot.
of it was at least close to 2 cars.
2 cars.
no,
There's
it was like a,
You
it was a,
2 cars from a
They were
fairway
in the
away.
same-
it was a bumper and a half, but it was clear. No,
That-
it was a
that'd be a
G-Body.
fender.
I spun the entire pass. I grabbed high at like
Hey, Clint.
2,000 RPMs.
Hey,
bottomed
Clint.
Everything out. I had like 4 pounds of boost and rolled back into it. Came around them and they.
What kind of bumper are you talking about?
I rolled right into bed and came over him. I mean,
But
Sponsored by Bumper.
A bumper and a half would be called a fender.
Right, are you talking about like the bumpers that wrap around, like underneath the fender, or like the old school, just front ones?
it's about a bumper and a
What
half.
kind of bumper are we
we're
talking
gonna
about?
Beat 'em by a headlight
let's say
bulb.
3 foot to be safe.
Okay, 3 foot.
Fair.
There was
That's a-
clearly a win. And
It's like 3 foot's like
it wasn't
3/4
even
car
the
or
people.
quarter car.
It wasn't really the people racing that was arguing. It was the people betting on them that were arguing. And we showed them a video of the win.
it's
And they go,
classic.
well, I don't know, man.
Were they wearing-
We're showing you the win. He goes, yeah, but I'm still gonna argue it.
Were they wearing Cookie Monster pajamas again?
No, not these.
No. The whole goddamn family had to
Shit,
come.
right, racing sucks.
But finally, they paid their bet. They ran it back, and I won that one
What-
too. So we were good.
What's Rowdy Racing? Y'all think you know what you're doing around here? I was like, well,
Is this
maybe.
your first time?
You guys don't have a fucking police scanner?
Yeah, that's
What the fuck?
must be new.
The whole
You weren't there for that,
fucking
were you?
trailer park
No,
came
I'm
to
so
watch
lost
this
right
race.
now.
We had
Dude, so there
dads,
was-
the grandkids.
Hang on.
A bunch of 18-year-olds pretty much told Ty it was his first time.
Well, there was a race.
Fucking?
No,
No,
racing.
you met this
Oh,
a couple
racing.
years ago.
There was a race. It was a Butch and
It was
Oh, that fucking.
Butch
God
and was it Cruz?
No, we don't race.
what? No, it was Butch and
His
Sanford.
fucking
Butch and Sanford.
Muffin top girlfriend.
It was Butch.
No, Sanford's car was.
Yeah, because that's his pal.
It was Butch and Sanford.
Yeah, because Sanford's that dude's pal.
Yeah, it was Butch and
I don't remember Sanford having his car together then.
it was on far end. It was Butch and
Oh, it
Sanford.
was on far end. I remember that.
yeah.
Well, basically they had a meltdown because
So we-
police scanners said cops were coming.
Yeah, but we left from the fucking Dunkin' Donuts on the boulevard to all the way to far end. So you can imagine how many squirrels picked up in the meantime. You know what I mean? So we get down there. We get nice and easy. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, let's just kind of try to leave, like nonchalant. And we get down there, and there's fucking 50 cars parked on the side of the road that they're racing on. I'm like, I'm not sending you down there until you fucking leave. You know what I mean? So they all left, and they sat on the other side of the road. Fucking Cookie Monster pajama, fucking skank.com over there. She fucking rolls the window down. And she's like, "There's cops coming on the scanner," and I'm like, "Well, until they get here, I'm not really too worried about it." You know what I mean? Like, let's just try to get this race off.
I've literally lit the light up with cops are right there.
Yeah.
Like, have fun, pal.
Yep. See you when I see you.
Guys, fastest way from here down there is fucking all out. Motherfucker, so bye.
The race clearly could have got off.
Yeah.
It was DeSanto, not Sanford.
Was it DeSanto?
It was DeSanto,
Okay.
Butch, yep.
Anyways, but we get back to the nice and easy, and this bitch gets in my face. And she's like, "Is that your first time?" She's like, "Is that your first fucking time street racing?" I had a scanner, told you the cops were coming. I'm like, "It took 7 minutes for you guys to do a burnout, and it took 90 you to hold a car that makes 400 horsepower to do a fucking burnout." I'm like, "Y'all caused this, not me." I'm like, "You're
Well, the
fucking."
lower the horsepower, the more people have to.
That is true. I mean, I was thinking about fucking bringing a truck out and hooking a chain to my shit.
Just get like a piece of wood, put it in the front tire.
It's like that fucking what the hell, Billy Goat. You put
burnout
fucking-
on the jack stand.
They
Yep.
jack him up.
But so we-
burn out, they let it go.
That's
They,
awesome.
they did the burnout, then they had to change plugs.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. They want to change plugs after the burnout. I was like, "No, you're not doing that."
What kind of car was
Oh,
this?
that was
What's it your first time?
Butch's fucking Monte Carlo there.
I'll give it to Butch. Butch will race damn near anybody, but god damn, he's got to find some people to figure that car out.
Well, anyways, we get back, and this broad gets in my face, and she's like, "I had the scanner going off. I told you the cops were coming." I'm like, "Yeah, it took 7 minutes." She's in my face.
I've gotten a whole first round of cash days off in like 4 minutes before.
Nope.
literally.
Like literally, an entire fucking. It's just so stupid.
But
It's like 45
It's just I scream at people when they're going slow. I'm like, hurry the fuck up.
she gets in my face, and she's like, "I should knock you out." And I'm like, "Bitch, I will fucking stone cold stun your ass in this parking lot."
What if you really did that? Like, think it through.
It almost
Okay,
happened.
you
That's
turn,
close.
you take this bitch by the head, drop straight on your ass. Obviously, break your own fucking ass bone. Right? She's
Worth
probably
it.
not all that hurt. You You know what I mean? 'Cause the Stunner's kind of, I mean, no disrespect to Austin 316, but the Stunner's, it's a move for wrestling.
Wrestling's not fake.
No. Correct.
Ty has 3 belts on his wall.
But it'd be so fucking funny. You're just like
4.
You're like the kid that's never gotten in a wrestling or a fight ever in his life. Like, fucking watch this. Boom! Fucking breaks his fucking tailbone. The bitch is like, why would you grab my head like that?
Get away from me.
Oh, why? That was mean. It kind of ripped my hair a little bit. That's weird.
But yeah, they were online talking for a few days. I think we were at Chubby's, weren't we? When they were fucking talking shit.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And weird. But
we were at Chubby's being drunk. My bad.
but they were like,
Speaking of Chubby's, we're gonna like order food.
we're gonna go there when we're done here.
Oh, cool. Let's go.
Oh, cool. neat.
Bar fight?
Fuck yeah, I'm in for a bar fight. I'm beating the shit out of Nate.
He's dying. We gotta protect him.
Damn, Nate, you better fucking team up with somebody.
Why?
My name's somebody.
Team
How
up for,
much you
what,
got?
are we teaming up for?
No, money, not hand.
Quit touching my dick, Nate.
I don't know why you're grabbing my hand with your dick beaters.
But all right.
I see.
You should grab my dick with your dick beaters.
Are we racing or something?
No, we're gonna go bar fighting.
Oh, who are we fighting?
Everybody in here, I guess. I don't know. Everybody wants to beat you up, so
Alright.
you better fucking get somebody.
A lot of people want to beat me up.
It's gonna be
price I pay.
It's gonna be me, you, and Pretty Boy over here.
It's these.
It's gonna be the sexiest team ever.
You better start typing out your fight tune right
Yeah,
now.
it's
You have
that.
to burn that shit in.
These 9 guys against these 2 guys.
All right, bet.
Oh,
Two
fuck.
biggest guys in here.
I'm out. I'm
Let's
out.
do it,
It's
motherfucker.
Jim and Lure versus the world versus Mega Squirt.
Guess what? Jim drops warheads on foreheads, so we ain't fucking scared about nothing.
Oh, the worst part is, remember fucking last year at Bike,
Danger close though.
dude. Lure, remember last year at Bike Week in the chat, fucking Lure guided Nash winner to his house from his fucking laptop.
Not lure, but
Or that Jim guided fucking Nash winner to his dad's house from his laptop. Oh fuck! They were saying shit. They were like, what the fuck were they saying? I think that's back when I was looking for a different turbo, and they were like, someone said Jim found Nash winner found Jim's house via Jim before Ty could find a fucking turbo online. Oh shit!
Nash, remember how fucking drunk he was?
Yeah, dude.
The entire time he would send gibberish and then 14 pictures of nothing.
But remember the girls dancing, and his
but it'd
fucking
be
wife
like,
got
it'd be
mad
like
as
barely,
fuck.
it's a streak of person because he's just like taking pictures, just like throwing it.
Every video, it's the beer girls, and he's like right here.
Yeah.
He's like
Jim's drunk pictures are Andy's regular
Dude, how
pictures.
about when we were up in fucking Niagara Falls, or whatever, for the fucking cash days? I'm following him on my goddamn pickup truck, and I think I'm gonna flip the fuck over. Yeah, he's in his fucking race car. He's like, follow me!
You're a
Fucking
road
boom,
course
dude.
car.
He's rolling stop signs. He's just nailing it. Like, fuck.
It's the loudest
fucking
fucking
900
car.
horsepower car.
I know.
He's
I
just
was
gone.
I was.
had a good story for that night.
Oh boy, what do you got, Andy? Jump on that mic.
Just keep in mind, I rode with somebody else to the spot.
So we get to the
And then
first spot. First pair's pulling up. We're doing burnouts, whatever. Cops come because there's a bunch of people that shouldn't have been there following, whatever. And my cousin here, Matt, is usually my burnout guy, backup guy, whatever. Rode up there with someone else because I had some weight in the trunk. Car's sitting low. Well, cops come. We got to roll out of there. I chuck him in the passenger seat, and I smoked probably a good 3/4 of an inch of sidewall off of each of my back tires.
It was rolling smoke.
Rolling smoke. We're laying a smoke trail down. The cops could have followed us from 10 miles away if they wanted. There's so much fucking smoke coming out of the fenders.
I'm like, stop! I'll run in the woods. I'll fucking find you.
He needed a 28.90 class.
You need to be all about that 9-0 like that.
You need a 26.85.
And then
I'll
even
find
better,
out.
we all convene. Apparently, Nashwater has the biggest fucking yard in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody pulls into his yard with their fucking race cars and everything. And they're like, hey, he comes over and asks if I could give his cousin a ride, right? He's like, may I ride with you? I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course, my lowered pickup truck, he gets in there and like, oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
Matt, for people that are just listening, Matt's not a small person, and neither am I. And we already had little Nady in the front, too. He was, doing this thing.
He went skiing.
Right,
He
exactly.
was skiing in the front. But we get in, we say, I rubbed some sidewall off my tires, too.
Nate
They
weighing
burned
the
in the ski tune.
Nate weighing the front down to a solid 140 pounds. Shit. All right, so let's talk about 2020 plans. We'll start
2021.
2021 plans. We'll start with Nick Moore. What's your 2021 plans for your car? Your car, the race.
Talking to
Get
the
in the
fucking
talking to this
microphone.
mic.
Get into the mic.
You know, we're gonna get it to work. It's not gonna work, but it's gonna work.
All right.
We
All
will
right,
get
how
it
about
to
this?
work.
Most people don't know who the fuck anybody is or what they drive. So just
Yep.
like.
Oh,
say
I
what
drive
you
a
have.
98 F body.
Okay. Turbo nitrous.
It's nitrous.
Small block.
It's a 408 LS.
Small block, big block, LS, heads up class. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was an LT1
I'm only
car.
gonna run heads up class as long as nobody goes faster than 6.0.
Nick has locked in 7 races that it's a fucking LT1 car.
Really? That a boy. That's how you do it right there. All right. So you're going to be doing some street racing then.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Who's your biggest call out right now?
I'm gonna call it Nate.
Nate's your biggest call out. Okay.
So Nate's not running
I'm
though.
gonna
So
make Megasquirt look silly.
Well,
What do you got? A stock computer in that
He's got
thing?
a 98 stock.
Wait,
That's
I thought-
even fucking
you were gonna-
better.
I thought
he's
you were
got a
gonna call it.
98. That's not even a
What the
computer.
fuck?
It's a fax machine.
Dial-up modem.
I don't know how to burn HP tuners.
it's a
damn it.
sundial.
Ty, you better just skip over Nate. We're gonna be beating him for the next hour.
At the third rotation, we got heads the fuck up.
When it's the gibbous moon.
Judging by the trajectory of the moon and the sun, we're fucked.
Pulls out his tuning, the farmer's almanac.
We gotta wait until Nate can recharge his crystals.
Oh, P.
Oh god.
P.
You guys are so confused.
All right, Nate. Let's tell everybody what you drive, what your plans are for the year, and who's your biggest call out. What do you drive?
I have an 89 Fox body. And,
Does it have a Ford motor in it still?
no, it has an LS.
Okay.
Like an adult.
It's way better.
What's your power
It's a
adder?
lot better. Nitrous, of course.
And your tire.
28, 10.5.
And what are your plans for this year, sir?
Do some racing, hopefully. That's my
Street?
plan. Oh, yeah, big time.
You big street, ain't you?
Big
You
street.
big street dog. All right. Who's your biggest call out for the year? If you could only race one person this year, who would it be?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I bet.
All right.
Anything else you'd like to say?
You can get fucked up.
All right.
And everyone in this room can get fucked up, too.
All right, bet.
Okay, cool.
Let's bring this down to
Next. Who's next?
bring it down to Lure.
Okay, Lure, you're next.
Hello. I have an 80 Malibu that has a 509 big black Chevy and a turbo.
What's that tire you on there?
I don't really know yet. Whatever I feel like running, I can run whatever I want. So
215 Futura.
you might want to put some water in your tires and let them grow up. All right, because it's time to fucking put up or shut up. I don't care if you don't have the chassis. That's your problem. You're slow, not my problem.
All right.
I don't give a fuck. I'm probably gonna run 29s on it, and then just for fun, just to get into a 29 class. But other than that, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna have 33 W's on that bitch.
If you could race one person only on the street this year, who would it be?
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be just one of us. Could be anybody.
Not any of you really. I want to run fucking Tabor's dad.
Tabor's dad.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got a fucking nasty. He got pro mod and shit, but I'm gonna try him. I mean, I've known them dudes for fucking 6 years now or whatever. Like his dad's cool as fuck, so it'd be fun.
Big Turbo calling him a pro mod.
Yeah, well, because he's got a 540 with a fucking well, actually he's selling the fucking the Pro Charger, so I imagine he's gonna go twins. But and it's an actual pro mod car. A
Right.
car is a pro mod, you dumb fuck. It don't matter the power adder.
All right. Clint, let's tell everybody what you drive, pal.
I've got an 85 S10. It's got a 5.3 aluminum block in it. There's quite a bit of work done on the motor. And then an S491 104 turbo. Power Glide. It'll have a Ford 9-inch in it this year. But basically, we're just trying to figure the truck out still. I pretty much changed everything in it from when I bought it. So we'll see how this year goes.
What if you could race one person this year on the street, who would it be?
If Nate's car is done, it would definitely be Nate. If not,
Anybody in the fucking country, and y'all picking Nate.
Yeah.
actually, honestly,
Yeah.
my
I'm the
biggest
coolest one here.
my biggest race is I want revenge on Bren.
Michael Breen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Matt Keys, get in here, pal. Tell everybody what you got.
Got a 99 Corvette with blower.
What kind of blower?
Not Pro Charger, but Vortec.
Okay.
Plans for this year, mainly getting the power to the ground, because,
Still a stick car.
yep, still a stick car.
Okay.
On fucking radials and 18s or some bullshit like that.
All
So,
right.
To make 18-inch slicks, you know.
Yeah, no. I want actual traction though.
What if you could race? If you could race one person this year, who would it be?
Honestly,
Sanchez.
yeah, Officer Sanchez. No, honestly, probably I would like to race that black vet from Albany, in Syracuse, preferably.
Who's the black vet?
I don't know what his name was. I mean, I would like to see the actual outcome of the race.
Yeah.
I raced Joey Allen. I cannot remember the other dude's name.
I never knew his name either.
I mean, the
Good
car.
dude, I just
It was all motor car, and it was bad. That bitch hooked right up and went.
We're doing the COVID cash days.
it's a C6. No, it's a C6.
I remember there being a black vet out there for that one, anyways.
It was a C6 on. It had like a DOT
Yeah.
or DOT radio on it, but
All right, cool.
I don't know. Just want to see the outcome of that.
All right, Andy, tell everybody what you got.
Well, I'm pretty dumb, so I've got a couple cars. I've been racing Red 85 Mustang for a few years. Just a stock 351 truck motor with an eBay turbo. Plans for that car this year are going to do a bigger intercooler, and I've got a S475 on the shelf, hoping to go 580s or so at the track and be a little bit more of a competition for some of the local fast street guys.
You gonna drive some street racing this year?
Say again?
You can do some street racing this year?
Yeah, I did a couple races last year in the Buffalo area and did pretty well. Well, for what it is, I would say. It's missing some horsepower.
Damn near beat fucking, what's his name?
30-30?
No, Armand, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You were out on him for like fucking 659 feet.
Yeah, Armand hit me at the end. He's got a little more power, a little bit later car.
Your car left hard too. I was like, ooh, girl.
Yeah, it works pretty good. A little more power for that car this year, and then I bought Dad, a.k.a. Doug Wilcox's wagon, hoping to get that car done by the end of summer.
Damn, I didn't know that. I love that car. Shit, I'm scared of that.
All right. Let's have Matt Klein
Is
jump
that
on
wagon
here.
going on the street too? Oh shit!
Howdy.
Hey, Matt. Tell everybody again what you got.
Well, I got a 68 Chevelle.
Yep.
Got a small block Chevy with a blower on it right now and meth injection. I don't know if we're really gonna hit any street races this year. I think it'd be more of a donor than anything.
Yeah.
But this year we're gonna do heads, cam, and a bigger pulley. Might grenade itself. It wasn't made for boost, but we're gonna push it anyway.
If you could race one person this year, who would it be?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm really not familiar. Like I said, I'm relatively new to all this.
Just want to get out there and get your feet wet.
Yeah. Just
Cool.
kind of hanging out, learn, and go from there.
We'll definitely. We're
I'm just saying, like, kind of like Discount Alexi, you know? Like, he has a yellow Cutlass that's 60s and really fast, and I have a yellow Chevelle that's 60s and really slow.
That'd be a good grudge race
So,
right there.
like, if we go out, like, my goal was to troll them all year. Like, I was going to get boots and, like, tight jeans and shirts
Flannels.
that are too small and just, like, follow them around.
I love it. We should all do that.
If I bring my cars, you know, it's like Discount Alexi. What's up? You got name brand, you got Walmart brand.
Get the wish.com. All right.
Wish.com Alexi.
Andy, I'm sorry. You said you wanted to race Alex. If you can get one person this year.
Armand or Alex, yeah. They're the two guys around me.
They're definitely on my list too.
Okay. Lure, did you say who wanted to race this year if you could?
Yeah, I told you Tabor's father.
Tabor's father. That's right. Okay. Who have we hit here? Anybody else?
Or Tabor himself.
Yep.
I mean, whatever. I'll race anybody. I don't give a fuck.
How about Devin? Get in here, Devin. You ain't said nothing all day.
Slow one in the back. I got a 2010 Corvette. It's cam only right now. I guess biggest downfall right now with the car is going to be a tire. So I'll get a tire on the car and try and hit some street racing this year.
There we go. He's good. If you could race one person, who would it be?
I guess we'll start simple with the redemption on the all-wheel drive car I lost to at the end of the last season due to the tire issue.
Audi.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Amir with the S4.
Yeah.
So,
Amir Averkovic or whatever.
Yeah, I mean the car obviously left harder than I could, so I mean.
Yeah, but for spinning, you were fucking close.
Oh yeah,
that
I
was a close
I ran out third gear and hit limiter at the line, and it was over. So that's all you can do.
You have a stick in that thing?
Yeah, stick car too.
Boy.
So.
No.
That's going to be difficult.
Yeah, well.
But I love them when they're fast.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
Yep.
Hey, if you can make a stick car work on the street, I'd consider you a badass.
Well, that was what's his name? Way back before basically anybody here, except for like us and me and Ty, basically, right? Well, you were around when Hal had his face plated fucking T56. That fucking thing is, face plated T56 is where you just fucking flat foot it, and just pull the fucking gears.
Yeah.
And it had a high revving fucking. It was a stock motor or stock. I think it was like a fucking LS1 or whatever, but it had like a solid roller cam in it. Maybe I don't even know.
Yeah.
I know that bitch revved high. And it had nitrous on it. And when he could get that thing, it wasn't as fast as everything now, obviously, but it was fast for back then. Probably was a bottom 10-second car.
Back then,
This is 10 years ago. You know what I mean? We ran fucking.
Shit, it was more than 10. I was just out of high school.
Yeah,
Shit,
exactly. It was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah,
really.
about, yeah.
It was a long time, but that motherfucker, dude, he would leave and bang. You hear every pull, bang, bang. I'm like, yeah, that thing's cool.
Hell also, he taught us one of our biggest things that we've. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah. Hell the Savior. Hell also taught us one of the biggest things that we do now for every street race is we back somebody up. We back them past.
Hell and he helped me understand where I could help him out.
Yeah, because
I backed him up when he pulled up too far into the line one day, and I instead of just letting it go, but I should have just pulled the other guy fucking another 3 inches or not even worried about it. But I was like, it was a long time ago. I back him up and stopped. I was like, you're on the line. Now he's like stopped, leaves the fucking thing in reverse. That thing going about 125 to the 60 foot in reverse though.
Yeah.
Whoop! Fucking say it.
Fucking light came on. Frankie went one way. Hell went the other. I was like, oh, all right. So we've learned to back people.
Yeah. When if you're forced to back someone up a little bit, I back them further than I need to, and then pull them to the line. So I make sure they put themselves in first. It's just if I didn't think of that, or I could have helped him out and not ruined that. So.
Right, no.
But that was funny. We always every time I see him, I always fuck with him about that.
Oh yeah,
it's
me
not
too.
the old reverse. How are you?
It's a capital R for race.
Yeah. How about here's the best part? It was actually a from behind race. That's what it was. I put him on the line. It was from behind race with Frankie's Talon. Frankie's behind him. Corvettes is C5. It has those monster fucking reverse lights on.
Yep.
They're on. And this dude still takes off as hard as he can as he's trying to fucking make the car not seem like it ain't fucking fast.
Right.
He takes off like blisters of fucking all 4 tires leaving. I'm like, Bucky,
that's probably
it's
why
in reverse.
That's probably why you left, because you saw that he was in reverse. He was like, "Oh, now I should go."
Yeah, jumped on it. Yeah.
I did that same thing the night we all got busted.
Yeah.
When we did the grudge racing.
Which was your fault, by the way.
Listen, so we'll go back to that.
Yeah,
so
I don't even know why he's allowed. Actually,
Ty wanted
That's
me
pretty fucked
to
up.
call the races,
And
to
then
be there
Clint
for
makes
lookout.
the first round call out.
Then no.
Little bitch.
Ty walked up and goes, "Hey, there's this kid here that wants to race, and we don't have anybody to race him. We race him. Number one, I'm in a bone stock. It was a 2017 Camaro 2SS. It was my girlfriend's car.
Hertz rental
I
edition.
was not supposed to be racing it. It was on run flats. It was bone stock.
The car had runs flats.
Yeah. Well, I made them run flats hook.
Yeah, but it flied.
It flies.
It flied right past that 347 stroker.
Okay, but what should have happened was when I asked you to race, you should have said, no, you've already given me a job of calling this race. And I'd be like, oh, my bad.
My brain didn't work there, and neither did
Mine
Ty's
either,
at that point.
apparently.
So we
I should have known by the time we sent the third pair down, nobody came back. I'm like, what the fuck are these guys?
I did my burnout and I backed up, and I left my car in reverse. And if you watch the video that they got,
I went backwards before I went forward.
He backed me up. Right before the light turns on, I realized, oh fuck, I'm in reverse, and I put it in drive. And somehow I still got the whole shot on that kid. I was gone.
So it just looked like you're on a trans brake in the video then.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm on a trans brake and a stock.
And that was a brand new car at the time too.
It had like 17 miles on it.
You want to put a trans brake on that shit?
Proven power.
That's funny.
I think that was the last night my car ever made a pass. I think.
Yeah, against remember you were.
Yeah, I raced that. I raced.
I didn't even have hair on my
Eli.
balls back then.
Was
That's
it
how
Eli?
long it's been.
It was like 2 years ago.
It was Eli,
Wrong.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I raced Eli. Yeah.
Eli blew through the converter at like the 60 foot. You can hear that car the entire pass going,
Yeah,
and it wasn't going anywhere.
That's
And
when
it was blowing. He was shooting fucking ducks too. He grabbed the second kit. It was
like 1,000 feet up.
When he grabbed the second kit, that's
when he
drove
went around you.
It
Yeah.
took 5 minutes for my fucking hearing to come back from that car.
That car was loud.
if we
I was
raced,
right next to it the whole time.
if we raced 8th Mile back then, Nate would have put a gap on him for sure.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I wish we were.
So yeah, and then we got to the finish line. We all got arrested, quote unquote.
That'll happen.
That was the night that dude from like fucking Canada came down.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Dean.
With the
Dean.
Oh,
No. He's got the what the hell is it called? It's a Regal, silver Regal with a big block Chevy.
Oh,
Nitrous
he's the one that
car.
raced Gwen.
Yeah. His boys were so fucking
What the
mad.
fuck's that dude's
Was
name?
it? It
I
wasn't.
don't remember.
David
He
Monroe,
was at
it?
he was at one of them
David
this year.
Monroe?
No.
He was at I don't remember which race this year, which cash days, but he was at one of them.
He was buddy with Dean and all of them because Dean came down. And
No, I know
brought
Dean.
that,
Yeah,
that
Dean
Deshane
bought
kid
my
that I
old
raced.
car. Dean
Yeah,
bought
the
my
F
old
body.
drop top.
Yep.
But yeah, that dude fucking. I mean, that car is fast as fuck.
Raindrop drop
But
top.
he wasn't very. He was okay, but his boys were pretty.
I can't think of that dude's fucking name.
Oh,
That whole
yo,
night
there's
was a
our boy
shit
right
show.
there. Everybody, be quiet. Turn that up, please. Stevie Fast is about to be interviewed.
Stevie, do you use trash control? Kind of stupid fucking question is
Of
that?
course, I don't.
do.
Of course I don't. I'm not a fucking retard.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
gonna ask Stevie that. He's gonna order a Davis Technology trash control next week.
No. Big old lipper.
He's probably got a
It's my dick.
All right. I would say if I could race anybody this year, it's gonna be I'm gonna be calling out Armand.
You better beat me first.
So what do you have, Ty?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking, by the way.
Do you even have a car?
I have
Fucking
the heaviest Fox body in the world. It's a 90 Mustang, 331 small block Ford with an S480 turbo. I went 560s last year. I'd like to go 550s, 540s this year on the track if I go track racing. But I'd like to do more street stuff this year. Maybe a little more traveling. But if I have one person I want to race around here, it would be Armand for sure. And I'll just be happy to race anybody if we go somewhere else anyways. I like to go rounds. I don't even care who I'm racing. As long as I'm going rounds, I'm happy. As long as I'm out there, I'm happy, actually, I should say. You know what I mean? So.
I really just want to make a pass. I just can't. It's been fucking way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last sick pass I've ever made was fucking probably 4 years ago. You know, where I could use both kits and it was fun and whatever. So it's like, man, I can't wait to feel that again. And it should make way more power, like 300-400 horse more easily. So that's gonna be fun.
I'm excited to see your car out this year, Lure.
Huh?
I'm excited to see your car out this year.
Yeah, me too. I'm fucking. Hopefully we can figure it out.
There's a lot of cars coming out this year. It should be good.
You hear that every winter. Every winter you hear
that's
that.
true.
That's
Absolutely.
true.
And everybody knows why, because it's so fucking expensive in this fucking hellhole of a city we live in. But,
And when it's February, talk is cheap too.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, my car literally will fire up right now, so that's cool. I can at least say that, but it's miles away from being like fucking ready to make a pass. You know, I'll go make a pass in it, but we gotta fucking we got lots of tuning to do. Figure it out.
When it comes out by May, it'll be a fucking miracle.
Keep going.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, give me
Just
something.
about your car making a pass. Like what? So if let's say you were going to
Well,
the
yeah.
track this year, Lure, what would your goals be for the track? You think? What would you want to make happen?
And it's hard to say because I really don't know what the combo can actually make power wise. I know, and I'm guessing that we lost a little bit of weight on the car because I took a whole front end off and put fiberglass front end on it, and we put fiberglass doors and Lexington windows in it. So hopefully it lost a little bit of weight, but adding the turbo and the piping and all that is definitely added on top of a nitrous kit. You know what I mean? So that's definitely more weight. But I mean, I don't know if they could go fucking. It'd be nice to go like 520s or better at the track. You know, maybe I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea if what I never really thought about how fast it would be because I'm not really a number guy. I just want to get on the street and fucking be faster than the next guy next to me.
Did you guys weigh that thing after the turbo was on it?
Not yet. No, we haven't waited again. It was like 3450. The last setup was it with me in it though.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was not terrible. It was like 3450 with me in it, and I was like 340 at the time, or 350, something like that, which I am right now.
You know what's crazy is that my Fox body weighs more than your car. Well, with me in it, both of us in it.
The car's not super light, but it's not terribly heavy, I guess.
So the next topic I want to talk about is I wrote down team versus town, and basically what that means is because we're gonna have Lure's car out again this year, we're gonna have Nate's car out again this year, hopefully. We got a few new guys to our group.
Buffalo's riding you over.
Relax.
Yeah, right.
But this is where
One or two cars.
But this is where it comes in because you guys are you Buffalo guys are in the chat. We could be considered a team, or is it the town? Would you guys, let's say we have a big race in Syracuse, would you guys rather spend let's say we race every weekend like they do on fucking TV, you know what I mean? Would you rather race all the guys in this room, or would you rather team up as a team and get guys from, New Jersey or Ohio and do that? Because I'm more of a person of, Syracuse as a unit kind of thing. Let us beef with each other quietly, you know what I mean, and go against the world together kind of thing. What do you think, Lure?
I don't know. I think more like just like I don't give a fuck if you're from Syracuse or not, because there's a lot of people in Syracuse I couldn't give a fuck about.
Right.
I'd rather team up with the people that I like, and we can run against you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I have a loyalty to my city. I like that. It's mostly Mike, but putting the city on the map. You know, like I'm trying to be a part of that as much as I can.
Yep.
That's so I like it in that aspect. But as far as a team, if you're cool and you know, I'm down with it. I want to fucking do anything I can to help somebody that I like beat. I don't care where they're from. They could be my fucking neighbor. If they're a douchebag, I want them to get run the fuck over.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't really care about that part.
That's where like it comes back in. I see Juan Clinton. Hang on one second. That's where we come into the thing of like, not to name names and shit, but like dudes like Dirty 30.
Yeah.
They claim New York, and we don't want anything to do with that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
he
where
is who he is, right? But he don't even have a car right now. So
What's the thing? It's like, but the thing is, the reason I like being a one big unit is people will associate the worst person with that state before the best person.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like the whole fucking race wars bullshit where Eddie Grimes talks shit
Yeah.
about New York.
That's
all
how
the
it.
time. And
That's
I
how
find
this
that
all.
fucking stupid.
That's how this all started. Really.
Syracuse is not
That's
up
how
there.
it blew up.
And
Yeah. That's how we got big. Honestly, it's because of this.
If you want to compare us to people, compare us to Andy or someone from Buffalo that actually streets, Santiago, any of those dudes.
Yep.
Don't compare us to a fucking no prep that has no clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's really only about 7 or 8 of us, really. There's only about 7 or 8 of us. I mean, obviously you got Armand, Jim, Joe,
You.
me somewhat, you know, and maybe not to their level. There's really only a handful of guys that are...
Alex when he shows up.
Alex, yeah, absolutely, Alex. Hey, listen, making fun of him all you want. The car flies in the street. It works.
Oh, Alex Scar. Yeah, that thing's fucking fast, man.
That shit's a turd.
But
They get fucked up.
no, the
He's gonna run you over so hard.
basically I wouldn't. You can't compare it as a town. You compare it to the people you race with. Like, I mean, I race with Brandon DeSanto a lot, and I get along with him. But the people he hangs out with, well, he doesn't hang out with them anymore. But the people that are up there are just completely retarded. They have no clue what they're
See the
doing.
dude with the blue G body on Jack stands?
No. That's the other dude that he used to associate with, and he learned better.
Is that San Pietro?
That
best friend.
that
I thought
dude.
he beat you, Clint.
Fuck you.
Well, fuck. I've called that dude out for 2 years, and he still ain't come down here and race me. But
I show up to the mall to beat that dude's ass.
no, he owes DeSanto like $600-700, so they quit, cut ties and shit. But, yeah, you couldn't steal enough motorcycles. But I'd rather race with the people that are legit and actually will get down on the street. The biggest thing I cannot stand are people that are fucking fake on Facebook and talk about being street, talk about this, talk about that, and they don't fucking put up.
Like who?
Morgan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a handful of them. I mean, I think the same thing. I mean, Nick until this year, we're gonna pop Nick's cherry, and Nick is going to be street, whether he likes it or not. You didn't race it, but
It kept breaking.
the
fucking blowed it up.
4 times.
The
yeah,
motor
Nick was gone.
the motor flew out of it.
Flying right out of that son of a bitch.
flew right over to Nate's house.
I left the dogs and it blew up.
I remember the first. This is funny that you said that. It made me think of this. Like when I was young, my dad's friend was a big fucking NASCAR fan, right?
Yeah.
And we were watching, like, I've never seen it before in my life. I was like 10 or some shit at his house, and he's like, sit down and listen to it because he had surround sound and whatever. So it was like ending the race, and this I don't even remember who the fuck it was, but they come up to him, and he's like, he ended up losing the race because his car blew up. And he goes, so what happened on the last turn? And he goes, I just blowed up.
Blowed it up.
I just blowed up. I fell in love right there. I'm like, these dumb motherfuckers, I love it. These fucking hillbilly son bitches, those are my people.
Hell yeah.
You just blowed up. I just fly it in now.
Yes, Jake. What? Use your words.
He's pointing at himself and shit. But no, I'd rather race with people that are actually street and actually put down. I don't care if you line up with a car that is way out of your territory. You are gangster as fuck. I will give you that. Like, they're
dumb as shit.
well, I was dumb as shit against big tire.
That's a.
I mean, as long as you got the.
But that was gangster though. You showed up though. You showed up.
If you are willing to put up money and race someone that you don't think you have a chance against, and you're still going to give it your all. If you're going to do everything you can to do in 660 feet to beat that dude, then I think you're gangster. That makes you cool.
I think just getting out there and taking the shot, yeah, it makes you.
That's
Listen,
everyone
if you
talks
race on the
about. No
street,
one
you're
does
cool
it.
in my book.
Yep, I agree.
I was just gonna grab
when
a
it
drink
comes
there.
down to
Thanks.
it, at the end of the
That's all
day,
I want.
street's
I
street.
feel that now.
I mean, I don't give a shit if you're calling out somebody that you're weighing over your head with. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're willing to take that chance, you're willing to put everything on the line. Because I mean, most guys in this room need their driver's license to make a living.
Yep.
If you're willing to risk that, that's what it's about.
Agreed.
I will literally lose my license to street. I don't give a fuck.
No, you won't.
Bullshit, I won't.
I think he would. I think at the end of the day, Clint would.
We just hire
It's
a
all to
lawyer.
raise Billy Hoskins.
Huh?
Yeah, a lawyer.
Listen, I'm already paying a lawyer $850 to keep my record clean.
Dude, that truck's fast. Here's a question. You think that truck comes apart to build his next car?
Who?
Hopscotch?
Billy? No,
No.
he claims that's going to have a big block with twins.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
He's going to build a whole new motor.
Different power plant.
Still blow through. Still blow through though.
I got the turbos for you, bro.
Dude, nothing. Was it
Shitbox
you?
supply,
Did
baby.
you comment? Nothing beats Lure's fucking comment on that post. I laughed so fucking hard.
What was that?
Well, he was talking about he wanted 88s or whatever. He needs 88s and fucking what the hell's that douchebag's name? Mike Rice.
Mike Rice.
Mike Rice.
Race Master Dave.
Race Master Dave gets on there, Mike Rice,
Mike.
and he was like, "Oh, you know, I got you on them turbos, bro." I was like, "I'd imagine he wants to make power." Thanks, but no, thank you. What the fuck? Yeah, we can't wait for your shitbox supply fucking turbo, you goofy bastard. So you can what? So you can order the turbo from some other dealer and then give him a worse price? Like that's cool.
Billy can make cow track bars work.
God damn.
I'll tell you what. As much as everybody bashes, dude, Billy's fast as fuck. All right, so like
Jets
just
and
understand that you have zero chance against that man.
Thank you.
That's fine.
You know what I
But
mean?
that's the whole thing about being gangster.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I will
you know what
give
I mean?
it.
That dude's fast as a
That truck is
motherfucker.
fast. But
Ain't no joke.
if they do keep that truck, I will do every fucking thing I can in 660 feet to beat that truck. I will race that truck heads up, and I don't give a fuck.
That truck flies.
Flies.
Definitely flies.
Flies.
It's fast, man. People talk that shit, whatever. And like, I mean, obviously, one of my best friends beat him. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean nothing. He's fast as fuck too.
Yeah, they're both fast.
That
They're
car's
both,
a bad. That truck's a bad
they're
motherfucker.
both fast, and they're both street.
Yeah. No, obviously, you can't take that away from him.
Fly myself right into a tree.
Well, good shit. So, I think
Oh, you know what else we didn't talk about is people like fucking. I don't know. We should talk. Fuck it. I don't know. I like the guy. Koronaki. He's coming a long way, a long time. He's a guy. He's the guy that fucking. He's a goofy bastard. Don't get me wrong, but he's a good dude, and he's done a lot. And he always calls us and makes sure that we know what's going to happen down there on his races and everything.
Well, Kornacki definitely rubbed people the wrong way and got people worked up. I like him,
We already talked about
but he literally has a group that he's added people into, and that motherfucker will put on a race every fucking weekend to get people to race. I'll give him that. That's dope as hell, and I respect him over that.
But no, I was just saying, like, I've seen him on Instagram lately, like, making fucking test hits in his garage and
Yeah, that's
shit.
fucking
Oh, dude, yeah, he
goofy.
straight
I'm
up
like,
burned
what
the
are you
garage to make a
doing,
hit.
bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, we're gonna make a hit into the snowbank? Like, where are you going?
I'm excited to see his car.
But
out
he's
racing.
he's obviously he's had that car for a while and he got it ready to go and he's like all mad that he got it. Well, not mad, but like we would be. The car's running just like my car this year, running fucking 2 seconds before it snows. Like awesome.
I will
so I
say-
get it. Like I'm happy to see him race because he's not scared. He races. You
I,
know.
I will say we, as a group, Syracuse versus Albany, we've had our issues with Kornacki, but he tries.
No, he is a good dude.
I think the new
He
spot is
sometimes
a good setup.
doesn't. He just says dumb shit.
He does some goofy shit and says some good, but I mean,
Yeah. But no, he's a good
Hang on,
dude.
what?
He keeps us in mind.
Little kids and stuff, that.
oh my god, stop! Don't. I found that video on my phone the other day when the fuck we got busted out in Albany in April for that race.
Yeah.
When the cop showed up, and Chris asked when Paul was there, he's like, "What'd you tell him?" He's like, "I told him we were doing burnouts for retarded kids."
Dude, I like the way he runs things because like the Albany cash days that we were doing, the road that we're on, the only thing there is a trucking company. At the end of the night, he'll drive around and ask people for a couple bucks here and there, which actually I think Bren threw like $200 fucking dollars.
That's the one thing about we've always done that, like the big race we had on Albany a few years ago when that one race got blown up.
Yeah.
We had 200 cars in this small parking lot, and we got race after race after race off. And I'm not gonna say who we made money to or who we paid off, but we all walked around with Kornacki. Hey, toss $20 because they're letting us do what we want out here, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And that's
The cop came over and was actually hanging out, like standing in the back of Mike's car when I was putting fuel in it. and he comes over and he's like talking to me as Kornaki's fucking throwing the money on the seat.
Yeah.
But he's a cool whatever. You got to do what you got to do. But Kornaki paid them people off at the trucking company
he buys them breakfast every morning after.
Perfect.
Buys all of them breakfast, throws them a couple bucks, and that's what keeps us in business.
That's what I mean. Like he's worth a shout out because he's that's such a close. It's only 2 hours away.
Yeah,
so we can go 2 hours away and race every weekend. And he told us anytime we want, he would fucking do the same thing just for us to test.
Yep.
He's like, come down here and test if you want. I don't give a fuck.
And I will even say he's messaged me and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about a race this week. Does it interfere with any of your guys' plans?
Yeah, no, he
and
does
I will say no.
Absolutely.
And he says, okay, well, it's going to be an 8-car shootout. I'm going to lock in 7 cars, but I'm going to keep one spot for one Syracuse car to come in. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to keep one spot open for you guys. And I'll tell him, hey, we can make it or we can't make it. And he's always been cool about that, so I will give him credit
He
for
had
that.
like 4 spots lined up for that weekend that we went up there, and that him and then there's another dude in the Adirondack, Sean Locke, that I really respect him too.
No, he's cool.
Sean's
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he hits me up all the time. Like, I mean,
That Nova they got, that I forget that kid's name, that black dude there. What the hell is that, the Nova? The 66 or whatever it is, the black one with the with like a 33 or some shit.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
It's
can't
actually
think of his
fucking
name.
pretty fucking quick. And that dude's ready to race for anything. For he bet a fucking G on something. Like you're ready to bet $1,000 on a race. You're fucking over my head.
Is that that TJ Ego or whatever?
I forget the dude's name. He was cool dude.
I think it was something like that.
I don't remember his name or nothing. But
dude,
that fucking car was nice as fuck too.
I will say, like, based on the pictures and everything I see coming out, Albany has a shit ton of cars coming out this year. They are actually building
Polly's
cars.
car ain't fucking slow.
Polly's car is fast, and then Butch Clark that I raced last year, he's got a nice that red F body that was at Cash Days. He's cool as hell. He did a whole bunch of shit. Dylan, damn, I can't think of Dylan's last name. He's got a Ranger that's got an all-out swap in it that looks bad as fuck. Noah Stein just did a whole bunch of the hot piping work and shit. That truck looks bad as hell.
Yeah.
But
there's
a whole
lot
bunch
of
of
lot of cars coming out.
That's what I want.
They say, but
Yeah.
we'll see. But there's a lot more people getting involved, and that's cool. And it's come together a lot better now. A couple of years, 5 years ago, it's like I literally was chasing a guy down with a gun in the parking lot in Albany. So like, I didn't have the gun; he had the gun.
I think,
but you know what I mean. Like now, it's like we don't have to deal with that shit no more.
Now that our group that I've had around me, now that we distance ourselves from the Boulevard bullshit, I think the rest of the people are
Smartest thing you could have done.
growing.
The smartest thing you could have done.
Stay away from them idiots.
Yeah.
You've seen how much smoother it goes off when you're not.
Oh yeah, that's why if I have a race set up with anybody outside of the group, then I'll message them and try to set something out outside the Boulevard and not show up there.
Yeah, no, I mean, the more we distance ourselves, because every town has its squirrels.
Oh yeah.
The more we find out who the squirrels are and who aren't.
That's us. We're the squirrels.
Well, no, because sorry. So I'll give an example, and I hate to say it because he's become one of my best friends. Is Matt? Last year at some point. Last year. No. Listen. Hang on. Last year at one point, because Matt Cruz has been our finish line guy for the last few years. He said, "Do you care if Keys comes?" And I was like, "We don't really need any more people there, but I'm like, I'm sure I can put him to work and do something." You know what I mean? And Matt Keys showed up, and he wasn't the kind of guy that's like, "Oh yeah, cool, I'll watch," kind of thing. He was like, "What do you need me to do? I will do this. I'll do that." And he's always those kind of people you need. Even if not to say you're a spectator, but even if it's a spectator kind of thing, if they're willing to work for you and willing to do something to make the race go off and be a better.
Throw $5, $10 in the fucking pot.
Not even that, but he showed up and he's like, "What do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want me to do," and that's why so we keep him around, of course.
That's like when I finally got invited. I came to Block.
Yeah.
I have no problem working. I want to be a part of it.
That's the thing is you're always going to get people that's going to ask, say, "Hey, can we come watch the races?" And that's not what you need to do. You need to say, "Hey, you're having a race week and I heard blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay, I might be pissed off that you heard about the race. Barry's going to hear about it eventually. But hey, can I help?
Yeah.
Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I fucking..."
Well, think about when we first started. Like, we do anything to get involved in the
Absolutely,
big races.
yeah.
You know, of
But
course
we weren't like, "Hey..."
I wanted to bet on the race at least, or just anything.
Yeah.
Whatever makes me okay to be there.
Yep,
We was just grudge racing back then, so it was like, if you bet, you can be there.
But we weren't like...
I'll bet on anything. I want to go watch that.
But we weren't like, "Hey, we want to come watch." We're like, "Hey, can we come help?"
Of course, I always be involved in anything. You need somebody at the starting line?
Yeah.
You need somebody at the finish line? What do you need?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, going from, like, the bullshit that we always did, the racing on the boulevard, from the lights and all that, and then seeing my first race, I was on fucking 690. It was, what's it called? Burnett Ave, right? Or right next to Burnett Ave, where the fucking Brooklyn Pickle is. I was standing on top of Brooklyn Pickle, basically watching down and watching a race go on 690, and it was like, oh, that's what that's out. Okay, Understood. Now I'm hooked, and I.
They used to race on 690.
Yeah.
Oh
The
shit.
finish line was like right past it. There actually, it still not even be there. There's like a cone on top of like a broken thing that like just past the Midler ramp. Or the Midler Bridge.
Oh no shit.
I've
Right,
worked
so we would
around
stand up
41.
right up on there and watch them come by. Whoop, they come under the bridge. Whoop. And it was like, they're fucking, not the fastest cars in the world back then, but fast to us. They're fucking probably 10, 50 cars back then. But we were like, holy fuck. Like, look at that fucking thing. Was it doing 130? Holy fuck. In the quarter, Like, that was crazy.
That's cool.
That
Shit.
one night you guys ended up splitting because the night just went to shit. We had, I don't know how many people were down there at starting line, and we're asking, like I said, I'm typically Andy's, backup puddle guy. We had all these people at starting line asking who wants to go down and block because people just started leaving left and right, and everybody's fucking crickets.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll take my truck, give me a couple minutes, I'll walk to my truck, I'll go down there. I had no idea what I'm doing. I've never blocked before.
Yeah,
I'm just going to jump out in front of cars and tell them to get the fuck out of
Yep,
here.
willing to help. That's all.
We
it
can
is.
blame that on Shane again for not having blockers set up.
That's the thing. We had there was probably 30 plus people down in the parking lot, and everybody's fucking, oh shit, block, nope. Turn around and walk away.
That's how it used to be when we would go down to the boulevard and that bullshit. Is people would show up that I won't go to a race if I don't bet or flag. I won't show up.
Sure. Why would you? You got
That's
no
it.
business. You got
I
no
have
business
no
being
money in it. I'll get the video later.
Sure.
If you are not betting or part of the race, don't fucking show up.
You're gonna find out what happened before they even get back, anyways.
Yep.
Right.
That,
Literally, people are going fucking live half the time.
I mean, that's why I give credit to
Snapchat and shit.
I'll give credit to like Matt and even Nick, my crew that I've had to go around with me is they will help any fucking person out they can, no matter what. Like minus the fact that they'll tell me to turn shit up when I shouldn't, or tell me to do something really retarded. Sometimes.
Most of the races.
We told you to turn shit down.
Nick will tell me to turn it up, and you'll tell me I'm a fucking idiot. Turn it down.
So I'm gonna say in this situation, always listen to Matt Keys.
yeah, basically, Matt Keys is the only like coherent one with what's going on.
Nick bought a race car, the 4L6. You don't listen to him.
Listen, I told
got
him to
us
sell
into
that.
this life before any of you had
TR60
cars. Back, I said I got us into this life before any of you had cars.
Okay, Jake Murphy got us all into the car.
No,
We'll give him that.
Well, no, I don't care about that. But my part was I scoped spots.
Oh yeah, I've gone with you when we scoped out spots.
Someone needs to stroke that man's dick right now.
You gotta be
He got
willing
him
to do
into it.
something.
Get him. Somebody get him.
What, him?
Yeah, stroke his dick.
Jake
There you
Jake
go.
got us into the car.
He got you into the cars. You better give him a little bit of fucking rock. Play with the rocks.
Just because I'm poor now.
Without fluffing dick here, Jake got us into the car scene, and Ty is the reason I raced because I watched Ty hustle the fuck out of a Honda. It was the funniest thing I've ever watched.
I did. Who?
When you raced Bubba, and you had just switched to turbo, and it was mounted down, and they couldn't tell it was a turbo
Oh
car.
yeah, they thought it was
Hustled
nitrous.
the living fuck
Dude,
out
no,
of those poor
listen, it wasn't
kids.
even hustle because I was like, I'm like, crawl into that car. If you find a fucking turbo intercooler, I'll pay the bet right now. And they said, all right. And they fucking crawl into the thing. I fucking popped the hood. They can't look. The turbo's looking right at you.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, it's still a nitrous car. I'm like, you fucking morons. $1,400 a side.
It was like a.
That was when
It
I
had been a
gave him
5-6
3 out
car.
front. When you know what I mean? And by my 60
It was a
foot.
5-car gap.
That was
And I was like, oh shit.
that was at the Mattydale Duncan, right?
No, Shop
No,
City.
that was a Shop City.
How about that was Shop City? Yeah, because
That's
I
even-
remember when my car was on. I had a 29W on it, and we went out and I raced. Fuck, I can't remember who it was. But I ended up winning the race, but I was behind like 6 fucking cars, blowing the tires off it, and finally gathered up. Was like, oh, that thing's slow. Bye. You know what I mean? But like, and like all he ever saw, that Bubba was watching me. I raced like 3 times that night, fucking blowing the tires off it every time. No fucking, we just didn't have time in the car yet.
Sure.
And we only had 1 kid on it. So he comes up and he's like, my car's ready. We'll be ready in a couple of days. We'll race next weekend. I'm like, I bet. We show up with 33 W's on that motherfucker. I went out with a 20. I put just a 250 hit on the first kit. I left we did a test hit. Went out and it was like the perfect hit. It literally was just it lifted the front end.
That's when we tested on factory, right?
Set it down and fucking it was just squawking the whole way down, just right on the ragged edge. We get to the shop and I was like, Mike, turn it down. Like, what the fuck? Like, Mike is the exact opposite.
He's the opposite.
He
Mike-
wants everything on at all times. Fuck you, turn it up.
It's
Mike's
spinning
Nick.
at another
Nick.
kid.
Nick Moore is Mike. Turn it
I was
on.
like, bro, turn. He's like, looked at me like he wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
What are you fucking talking about? I'm like, 175, dude. I don't want to spin. We don't need to power this guy. I got more power than he does. I don't care. All I have to do is leave on him.
Right.
He's fucked. No. Finally, he did set it down. I still had to pedal it. Right, leaving. I had pedal it one time. I was like, this, bitch. We showed him. He's like, yo. Who said you could get new tires? I'm like, who just said you could? What the fuck you mean? You didn't say what tire size. You got fucking 13s on your shit? Fucking homo.
Shit.
Yeah, but if you show up and you log in a race, fucking race.
I think that was the only time that Bubba's car ever raced.
Yeah, and they came over there and I was like, how much you guys? Like 1,300. I was like, what? Holy fuck! All right. Well, I'll turn around. There was like, throwing money at me. I'm like, all right, cool.
Did Bubba race you with his car, or was it McCumbie's car that raced you?
It was Brian Cruz's orange car, and McCumbie drove it.
I didn't think he had the orange car yet, because
No.
I raced the orange
That was the orange car.
car.
The orange car changed hands.
I raced
the Honda boys always swap
I raced the,
drivers around.
well, they do. Yeah, they were always swapping drivers. Because I raced the orange
Because
car.
1450 cars can go 1430 with a better driver.
Because they're fucking dumb.
That's why.
Second gear's hard.
Like,
All right.
man, you can really swing
They
these
wouldn't-
gears, boy.
They wouldn't race me
He
with the
keeps it in
orange car.
VTEC the whole time.
No, they were fucking all high and mighty on Rocco's Integra though.
Oh, they loved
I
that
will
one.
say I lost that car once.
Who the
I
fuck
wanted
is
to
Rock?
race
Oh, I
Hey,
never raced.
Are we gonna be able to play this at the bar?
Yeah, we can bring Jim's laptop. All right, guys.
I
Hey,
bet.
hey. So we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna do a real quick couple minutes.
Don't ever wrap up.
I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish. All right,
Finish in.
I'm a boss.
Fauci says two are better.
It's true. 2 masks.
All right, so I'm gonna finish up real quick. I'm just gonna say, do a real quick open mic. Is there anything somebody wants to talk about real quick?
Oh, can I talk about something?
What's up?
All right. So
give him that.
we talk about how Mr. Baloo over there, right? So me and Matt Keys backed him up at test spot every. He knows what I'm gonna bring up every single weekend to test his car. We're there for him every time he tests his car. And then every cash days he goes to out in Albany, he brings 2 other fucking douchebags that left him in the dust.
Oh, so you're backing out on
So
your
you're
fucking
mad?
guys.
You want homo?
I'm a little mad.
Wait, hang on. Did he? Now here's what I need to know though. Did
Hey,
he
listen, I know
ask
those-
you to come, or did he, or did you just
No,
not
we don't
show
get
up?
we don't get invited.
So he didn't even invite you.
Hold on.
Wow.
So Clint.
Hold on. I got
Clint,
one thing to say
My
first.
defense is
Cody's
that
a good kid. That other dude
Oh,
you
no,
got
Cody
is a
is a good
fucking
kid.
idiot.
Jesse
The
fucking
other-
sucks.
the
Yeah.
other kid meets cut ties. I have no
Okay,
problem.
good.
So-
He helped me a long ways. I'll give him credit. He was good to me, but we've cut ties.
what I'm gonna say is, whoever helps you test, bring to
Now
the.
if there's someone better, he's going to take you back.
If whoever helps you test, if they do a good job, you bring them because you're never gonna duplicate
Nick-
that with another crew.
Nick will also actually have a race car this year and be racing, so I'm
don't
hoping
matter.
that we can bring all of our crew this year.
Well, yeah, that'd be ideal,
And
but
that's where they made it very
that-
strict that it was only a 3-person team, couldn't bring anybody else. So
that's ideal. But if they're help support those who support you, Clint.
Well, it's not even just that. Which I mean, some people don't have morals like Clint. But I mean, people don't want. Some people don't understand when I say that like racing is a team sport. It truly is a team sport. If you're fast, you need a team, especially on a fucking street. So like when you're testing, you want to do everything the same. When you're when you up and every time I back somebody up or put them in the puddle or whatever, and the same thing when I'm having a car, I always have the same guy doing it. You want consistency because when the money's on the line, when you're on the goddamn street again, and you know the cops are fucking probably around the corner, you're obviously all those nerves come in, all that fucking shit's coming in. As long as you're consistent, you're gonna be all right. Just do your fucking job. You need nothing to change on the starting line because that can throw anything off. And I've learned that over the years, and I've screwed up before, and then had to open the door and talk my guy back out of what I just fucked them into. You know what I mean? And it's hard to explain to people that don't know what they're talking, never been in that situation, but you can do some shit that fucks them up. You don't want to talk to people, for one. I mean, it depends. You have to know your driver, obviously. Certain people don't want to be talked to before the race. You don't give them a pep talk. Don't open the door and say fucking good luck.
they don't want you to fucking
Just
say
fucking-
everything's gonna be fine and shut the door on you.
leave, like-
Don't fucking do that,
Right.
Devin.
I'm just saying that's just the way. You know what I mean? You just don't. You don't get in their
Three
head.
times last year.
I am very very careful to go the opposite direction. Now, me and Mike is the one that I back up the most. Obviously, we do the most street racing out of anybody. Y'all can suck my dick if you don't believe me. But anyway, when we you know what I mean. Like I know him obviously for a long time. I can talk to him, but I more get in his head just to give him, hey, we're at, especially at the track. It's a nitrous car. We can just roll in normal. You know, you don't gotta fuck around. It's gonna be it's a turbo car. Get in and don't and wait for him. You know, like we can talk. I can certain people you don't want to talk to them. I had Koronaki come up to me when I'm racing his fucking buddy that race that he put up, Jason Smith. I'm racing his fucking best friend. He walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, where's your helmet?" I'm like, "I ain't wearing no fucking helmet. What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, I mean, you should probably put a helmet on." I'm like, "I'm not even wearing my fucking harness." And he looks at me, he's like, "You fucking nuts, man. You could die out here." 13 seconds before I line up, I'm like, this motherfucker. And I just kind of was like, Jared, who gives a fuck? You're trying to talk to yourself. Like, just fuck him. Just, you gotta get that out of your fucking head. I'm like, this motherfucker had an audacity come and talk to me. My crew should have punched him in the fucking head for coming near me.
Not only that, but your driver is going to be comfortable with the same consistent people every time.
Always consistent.
You change it up,
right?
It's going to be.
There's very little changes can be a lot.
You change it up, even if it's the guy who's fucking in front of you doing this fucking left, right. Is he now? Is his this much left too much? Is it not enough? Kind of thing. It's going to get in the driver's head. And you don't want the last person to be in their own head should be the driver. The crew guys need to be in their head about everything. The driver doesn't need to be worried about anything but what's in front of him.
Exactly what it is.
Well,
It's all
Matt
about.
Cruz are going like this.
Yeah, Matt Cruz does this, but he holds his flashlight in front of his hand so you can't see his hand.
Do it over and on the top.
Really
That's how you gotta do it. Over and on the top.
Even a flagger
Or-
can fuck you on a race. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
where
that's-
I appreciate Lure so much on it because like when we were getting ready to, when I raced at the grudge race after cash day, he's like, "Yo, you want to go in first or second?" I'm like, "Dude, I'll go in first. My shit takes forever to split." He's like, "Oh, I know, your shit's fucked." He just sat there and waited for my high beams car. He's like, "All right, he's good."
Yep.
Well, if the other guy realizes, I'll tell the other guy, listen, he's gonna take a while. I'm gonna take a second in the middle of the road. I'm not gonna back up. So he knows too. You know what I mean? Like you're not on the trans brake for no reason when you're nitrous car.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's where a good flagger can
That's why I always try
save
to
you
tell,
or burn you down.
Absolutely. I mean, flaggers can fuck you hardcore. And actually, my fucking Breen, I'm not gonna tell you how like he handed me money one day for he lost his race and then handed me money and left. And I was like, "What are you doing?" I like went up to him like, "I don't need your money, buck." He's like, "Listen, I've never had a flagger that said what he was gonna do and then fucking did it." Because I really appreciate that. I'm like, thanks. You know, he's a good. You know, obviously money doesn't mean much to him, but it was so cool of him to just to say it to me was fine. I didn't need his money, but
right before he came to you, he came to me. He handed me $100 bill, and I'm like, "I don't want this. Take it back." He's like, "No, take it." I'm like, I really don't want this. And he's like, very rarely do you go to an event on the street where there's no bullshit. He goes, "You and your guys have it figured out. Keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah.
Here's a.
I just wish we could get bigger.
And we will.
Yeah, it just around here it's gonna be hard.
The problem is getting that many cars
I would
off.
love to do just a fucking 16 car race.
I'd love that.
You know what I mean? But we just don't have that. We can't.
We
don't have the streets for that.
But what's cool?
We would need 3 spots the same style.
But what's
spot.
cool about it is you get a lot of these guys that on the street, a lot of these places that do 16 car shootouts. But the thing is, we can only get away with 8. We know that.
Right.
Some of these guys will attempt a 16 and be fine with not finishing.
I don't want to turn it up until I know we can, and we can't do it.
No, we can't.
8's perfect, and then we can fuck around afterwards. And you know what? It makes for a good night.
Not only that,
especially when he raced it afterwards. He brought his car
Bobby did too.
just for
Everybody
just bought cars.
Not only that, but
grudge
dude,
racing afterwards.
8 cars is a very exclusive event. You know what I mean? It might hurt us publicity wise, but we're not in it for publicity. We're in it to make sure they get down the fucking road. That's it. Simple as that.
I got a message.
I'm really all about myself. I like it's fun. I think it's fun to me. That's what I'm in it for.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm just being honest.
That's why I keep you around. You're a big ass billboard. 4X, motherfucker. Right? That Rowdy Racing R in the back of your was way bigger than the back of me.
We're running out of ink here, boy.
4X, fuck you.
Sure costs $200.
I got a
all of the red.
Like, a week ago, I got a message. Someone like, "Hey, I heard Syracuse has a cash days and blah blah. I want in." And I'm like, "It's very exclusive."
It's gonna sell out in 12 seconds. So
I've been to one, and I assisted to go to that. I go, if you're not going 8s, don't fucking. You can't. You literally can't.
Not even about that. It's
you know, it's an 8th mile. It's an 8th mile, right?
Listen,
So
some of the
hopefully we're a
people
little
don't
faster than
understand what
8s and
8s are.
That's what he meant.
Listen, I have to break it down into quarter for the slow people.
Damn, y'all motherfuckers go 12? No
But,
shit.
it's just everyone wants in, and it's
you can't
It's
come in.
it's a good thing to have more people than you can handle because it was 6 minutes and 34 seconds last year. The lock-in was open. My lock-in stopped at 6 minutes 34 seconds. I had 17 lock-ins in that time.
Who broke the last? Was it Bren that broke the last one? He
No.
didn't get to come. You had like 4 people ready to lock in that spot still.
I wish I could tell you. There's some. I had so many
Someone broke that.
David Tabor.
Okay.
That's who broke because that was July though. That was
No, the last one.
That poor bastard.
Someone.
I know, dude.
Came all the way up here, but
second,
just to fill a spot.
Yep.
Makes a hit, blows the
He
fucking
goes.
motor.
He goes. If I put my controller on, will you guys help me test? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, dude. I'm like, testing's more fun than racing. Fuck you.
I was on the phone, or his boy was on the phone with him at Gwynn's shop, and he was like, dude, the fucking controller ain't working. I go, I have 2 controllers here. He can have one.
Right.
I'm like, I don't care. Just
come up
come
here.
and come up.
Yep.
If he's willing to come up here, he can just take my controller. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
He's like, what controller is it? I'm like, nitrous launcher. Or NOS launcher. He's like, on it. Like,
They loaded up and came up.
He ended up fixing his own, but still, he was like, the launcher's easy. That's why I have it. You know.
Yep.
That's where I'll give the Tabors or gangsters fucking
Fuck
my
yeah.
mind because like was it Chris broke the tranny the night before. Put a new tranny in.
Oh, Gwyn
rebuilt it.
Gwyn was
racing in
Gwyn.
fucking Buffalo.
Gwyn went to Buffalo, went to finals in the race out there. Came home, rebuilt Tabor's transmission, and then went to bed.
Put it back in.
Woke up, got his car ready, then went to cash days.
Yeah, and still race, and then David fried his motor that weekend.
That same night. Yep,
same thing,
night.
and they don't fucking care. They're still gonna show up and give everything they can.
Yeah, I
in the
mean, he
race,
came up and fucking tested with us, and he blew his training.
I
test, and
respect
I'm
the
like,
hell
well,
out of both of them over that.
All right, put it in there.
Those are the kind of
Yeah.
people that I like.
Well, that's
being
what I mean
around.
too. Like everybody's a lot of the guys are. It's like there's no bullshit anymore. When we're like when we were younger, like it was always like everybody hated each other. Everybody all this bullshit. Like those dudes live fucking 3.5 hours from us. Gwynn's like just opens his shop to him. Like dude, and he wasn't even there.
And he wasn't even there.
And then you know we're down in fucking Albany and Gwynn's fucking car dies and he's like ready to race Tabor and Tabor's like, here, take my charger. Like instead of like, nah, I'm good.
That's
Like,
team.
fuck
That's
this dude.
teamwork. Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't care.
That's the thing where it comes
Well,
in
he
the
knows,
team.
you know, when his brother wasn't there yet, he walks up to me. He's like, I need you to bat me and put me in the paint. You know, put me in the line. I know you can do it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yep.
You know, like and then I picked a different spot up there, and I was like, I'm gonna be a hero or I'm gonna be an idiot. You know what I mean? But I was like, I think that's the better spot. We gotta get out of the groove here. I backed him in, and his dad's looking at me like, the fuck? Like I'm like. Just trust me.
Yeah, it worked out.
He's like, man, I don't know. And then he fucking left fucking 3 foot in the air. I was like, ooh, bitch.
What's up? What's up, you little bitch?
What up, you little bitch?
Well, like, the Albany cash days too. Gwen was testing with the box body and it had a shit ton of issues. So what's he do? Fuck it, we'll bring another car.
Yeah.
Like that. Those are the kind of people I respect.
Yeah.
Everything's going wrong, you're still gonna show up and do whatever
You gotta do.
can.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
If you show up and you do everything you can to win that, then you got my respect.
Absolutely, you got everybody's respect. Anybody with real street respect.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going on almost 2 hours and 40 minutes here. We're gonna wrap this up.
Might as well make
You ever
it
done
3.
BMT?
Huh?
Might as well make it 3.
Relax, Rogan.
It's not really a podcast without a Rogan reference, right?
He's getting fucking hangry. You
Well,
wanna eat you.
yeah, no, we're gonna go get some food at Chevy's. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Y'all ain't gonna listen to this, but if you're listening to it in time, we'll be at Chevy's if we upload this tonight. If not,
if you have ESP,
if not, get fucked. So I just want to say, everybody, thank you for coming out again, and we're gonna
Thank
try.
you to the 4 listeners we have.
Yeah, exactly,
Appreciate you.
and they're all in this room.
They're all us. People that are on are like, I don't listen to that shit.
If we get a chance, we're gonna try to do a couple more this year. We didn't do any last year, but we're gonna try to do a couple more this year. So that's one thing. Everybody for coming out, and we'll see you guys.
29s are small tires, by the way.
There we go.
Y'all getting fucked
Lure's
up.
a cheater.
All right, so I thank everybody for coming out, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you.
Man, this flied by.